San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NBA, the Spurs continue to add to their trophy collection as Kell Johnson was named Sixth Man of the Year. Johnson beat out Miami's Jaime Jaquez Jr. and Denver's Tim Hardaway Jr. It's draft day in the NFL, and the Dallas Cowboys made free agent news. As Stephen Jones told us yesterday, they are not negotiating with George Pickens. He is playing under the franchise tag. The Cowboys currently hold the 12th and the 20th picks in tonight's draft, while the Texans have the 28th. You can catch all the coverage live right here on San Antonio Sports Star starting at 6. In Major League Baseball, the Rangers took on the Pirates and fell. Final score 8-4. Cole Winn takes the loss. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody! Whoop, whoop! Happy Thursday, or a small Friday, as we like to call it around these parts. I'm your old pal, AJ. Hello, everyone. Hello, friends. And over here to my left, wearing his Hall of Fame jacket for his enshrinement.
Going in today. Going in.
It's Mr. Rob Thompson. Good morning, Robert.
Yes, the Hall of Fame.
Good morning.
Good morning. We made it.
And there on the other side, the legend himself.
Soy yo.
He doesn't put a camera in. No one will know what he looks like. No one will know because he does the shirt topless almost every day.
Yeah.
We don't want ICE to find him.
Es Victor Brown.
Hey,
Good morning,
órale.
Victor Brown.
¿Cómo estás? Buenos días, todos.
Yes. Yes. I love it when we speak French on the show.
I'm
Dude.
actually at home. I don't want ICE to find me,
Well,
like Rob said.
Yeah, just lay low, brother.
Yeah,
lay low.
Lay low.
It was so nice driving in on a dry street.
Right?
Oh, so nice.
My 3-minute commute.
Did you have moisture on your windshield this morning?
I was actually in my carport. There was a little bit of mist as I was driving out.
Yeah,
I
I had
did
a
notice
little still.
bit, but still, the street was dry. And,
I think things are turning they're turning our direction.
well, I saw that there's another front coming, so it's going to cool off again next week. But it looks like, like in the 70s. Not, cool for May.
I like that.
I'm down, absolutely. It just scares the hell out of me because
There's always
it's going to be an awful summer, and we're going to. This rain was fantastic. Everything's green. Everybody got to mow their yard this weekend. The mosquitoes are coming.
Oh yeah,
they're already here.
In full force, bro.
I got bit yesterday.
Dude.
and you know who saves you from mosquitoes?
What?
The possums.
Aha!
Well,
Team
Yeah.
Opossum.
I'm going to just spread poison through the air, and whatever dies, dies.
Okay. Don't poison the opossums.
Smell of victory. Just throw the napalm out there and just take care of whatever needs to be taken care of, man. I dread the mosquito season because the thing I prepare myself. We keep the stuff by the door, and I know. But what happens inevitably is every morning there's ones that they just kind of wait by my car, and when I open my car door, one's like, "See y'all later," and goes in with me.
Yeah.
And then proceeds to just attack me for the next 24 hours. And I'll get to work and have bites all on my legs, and I protect myself, but it's always the next day I'll find like a mosquito still flying around in my car.
See, for me with mosquitoes, if they attack me, they don't have a chance to do it later. I'm a big smasher.
Well, the good ones you don't realize. Like when I'm driving, I'm telling you, I get it in the car. And I'll get out and I'm not a scratcher. I'm not the kind. They don't really bother me except when they first get me.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever, I don't feel it until
as soon as
the
I feel
third bite.
I let them start to get a little full, and then I just smash them.
But yeah, in the darkness of the car though, every now and then you might see
driver.
something.
I might go off the road.
Well, you might see something fly by, but you're like, whoa, like it's in the car.
That's when you
it's
say,
in there
I dare
with
you.
me. And you open the windows.
You go like this. And you say, I dare you.
Well, you're like, come on, bring it. But normally what happens is it's gotten me 3 times before I've realized it. And then I can't get it until it's in the daylight. So that's how it gets me because I know I've got mosquitoes out there.
Mosquitoes are underrated, terrible things that we should eliminate from the earth. Like, what's the purpose of them?
Well, when you think about
feed the possums, I guess.
the irony of that is when Bill Gates started giving away all of his money, the very first thing he did was buy $100 million worth of mosquito nets.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, malaria and all the diseases that just mosquitoes take care of are, that's the first and foremost thing.
That
And then
they take care of, or
and
they,
then those
they
mosquitoes
spread.
Well, they spread.
Yeah, it's not
all
like
those,
they're solving.
no, then there's the stuff that follows. But the very first thing is, get some sort of prophylactic approach,
Yeah.
cover them, and then find some kind of fix. But
I'm kind of mosquitoes can go the way of sharks to me. I got no I got no use for them.
I'm right there with you. They're done.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I am a fan of NFL Draft Day, and friends, it's here. Today is NFL Draft Day.
And you want to talk about a lead into draft day? Anybody who paid any attention to the Dallas Cowboys press conference today is going to be a circus. I hope this was just a precursor to the madness that might ensue, because we had presidents showing up. We had the owner taking a fall. We had the general man or the business guy for the Cowboys, Steven, just kind of sneak in what they're going to do with Pickens. It was one crazy day. And then at the end of the draft, where everybody's going, defense, you're going to draft defense. What do you like? Safety, linebacker, da-da-da. At the end of the draft, Gary goes, remember back in 2019 when everybody was saying the same thing? You know who we drafted? CeeDee Lamb. So then you go, well, okay, there's like 18 wide receivers in this draft. Seriously, 18 wide receivers that are graded second round or better. There's so many wide receivers. You go, are they going to trade Pickens? Are they going to draft a wide receiver and trade Pickens and pick up some more picks later in the draft? Is that what they're about to do?
That could happen, or they could make Pickens play on the tag this year and have a receiver ready to go next year.
That's what I assumed that they would just put, but when Jerry dropped that little hand grenade at the end, you're like, well, this is going to be interesting.
But I feel like if Jerry were really considering that, he wouldn't let anyone know. And then he would get all the buzz about.
I would like to think you're right, because that would be the proper thing.
Because that would lead SportsCenter.
Well,
defense,
this is the
desperate
Dallas
Cowboys pick wide receiver.
Keep in mind, this is the Cowboys.
And then Jerry says,
the
I
war
know
room.
better.
No, remember the war room like 6-7 years ago when they're like, all right, we got our decision, and they all like, let's all take a break, and then they put the draft order piece of paper down in camera shot, like, all right, let's all go. Let's go get a beer.
Let's go smoke a cigarette.
And all the cameras like, zip, okay. Well, now we know what they're doing. So you'd think they would make the correct decision. I don't put that on them.
Now, I like the element of surprise.
So
I just feel like that's how he would get the most buzz the next day, is to be the guy who picks something that no one thought he was going to pick.
Well, Jerry had been out
Ty
of the,
Simpson, Alabama.
I'm telling you, Jerry had been out of the limelight, kind of like Dracula had to go in during the day.
Yes.
And he popped out of that casket yesterday.
Like
Boing! I'm back, brothers.
Nosferatu.
I'm back, brothers. Here's the president. Watch me take a Three Stooges fall. And let's jump up, and I might just trade them, that Mr. Pickens. I might trade. Like, wow.
Did he really fall down on camera?
Yeah. He was like, hey, here comes the president. And you're like, what?
And then he fell down.
He was going to, meet him. Like, he was on the television.
He fell all the way to the ground?
As best I could tell, yeah.
It'll pop up on TV.
Did his face bounce like Wemby?
He's in the protocol now. We're hoping that he can actually make the draft tonight. Jerry's gonna come out with that turban headband.
Yeah.
The Dallas Cowboys draft. Roger Staubach. What?
He's off the board, Jerry.
What? Is Johnny Manziel still there?
So are you?
Is Manziel still on the clock?
I had ideas for Starbuck. I thought that'd work out perfect. Damn. All right. We got plenty to discuss. You know what's the best part of the draft today, I believe? This is a not much talked about move, but I think this is a huge move for the NFL today. They have cut down the time for draft picks in the first round to tighten up this show, because they finally figured out the one round of the NFL draft should not take 4 hours. Okay?
All right.
So
I saw what their attempt is.
They're going from 10 minutes to pick down to 8 minutes. It's 2 minutes per team. You don't know who you're going to draft in 8 minutes.
Then
Sorry, man.
sorry,
you
you lose.
Yeah, you skip
Well,
your turn.
remember when the Vikings missed their pick?
Yeah.
Dude.
Call clock on them. It's like
well,
at the poker table. You
there-
sit there for too long.
Well,
Hey,
there's
man, this guy's stalling.
If this wasn't on TV, if this was a bunch of dudes in a fantasy draft sitting in the back room of a bar, yes. But this is the NFL providing us just a little amuse-bouche.
Yeah, but
A
you know what?
little flavor. They want to go 3.5, 4 hours like a football game. No more, no less.
I
don't cut this thing down to an hour. That's not good for anybody.
No, it's
that's
not.
the right thing to do. If nobody's there, of course you better know who you're drafting. And if you don't, and you can't figure it out in 8 minutes, I can see why you're drafting late, or early. I saw that and I thought I never felt like it was too long. I thought like sometimes they were trying to do too much. But I like the drama.
I saw something today, or actually I saw it yesterday. This was, and now this isn't quite apples to apples, but it's a sign of how like wasted time it can be. They took all of the broadcast time of WrestleMania.
Oh, an actual playtime versus hype and pre and post.
A breakdown of how much of it was commercials, how much of it was walkouts, like entrances, and then how much was actually in-ring wrestling. And it said there were 2 hours of broadcast times taken up this year for commercials. You know what? Back in my day, WrestleMania didn't have commercials.
Yeah.
You paid a few bucks, and that was like you saw nothing but pure wrestling action.
Yeah.
Well, there was the walk-ups and the.
But now you got 2 hours.
The walk-ups are the best.
Commercials, you got to. Well, guess how much of it ring entrances at WrestleMania?
Hour
and 42 minutes.
Easily. Yeah.
It was the amount of broadcast time that was taken up by actual wrestling matches over a 2-night WrestleMania event.
Oh God.
Was only 34% of the actual broadcast. 34% of the wrestling show was wrestling.
Was wrestling?
Yeah.
The rest was walkouts, commercials.
And some of us look at that and go, "How dare them?" And then the rest of the world's going, "I got to figure out how we can get away with this."
It's a
You
crime.
know, like how on earth did they do it? I can be mad at them, but if I've got a product, I want to see how much I can squeeze too. Like, okay, what is wrestling doing here that they can get away with this? Because I would think I want to do the very same thing.
Dude,
because they're not making more real estate. I mean, I only have 8 hours. But if they will allow me to add another hour and 42 minutes of promotional crap.
Of just walking around.
Look
at this. Look at the
just look how
explosion
great we
behind
are.
me.
And look how wonderful with no winners, no losers, just greatness. Oh, dude. And that's why when I look at the NFL and they're trying to shorten it, you'd think those owners would be like, what exactly is the WWE doing
The problem is,
how they managed to squeeze this thing all the way for 8 hours?
But
Wow.
with the broadcast, you're like, there's only so much you can vamp. Like, you know what I mean? It's like
you have to have explosions. You have to have fireworks. You have to have bikinis. You have to have makeup. You have to have dancing girls.
But with the NFL draft, you also
Animals.
have like it's hard. They have to show the commercials while they show the broadcast because you never know when something's going to pop up, and you don't want to show like, or while we're at, like they do on day 2 or day 3. It's like, while we're at commercial, these 6 guys were picked.
Right.
Obviously, the NFL doesn't want that for day 1, but I think they realized, hey, man, baseball did a pitch clock for a reason.
Yeah, no,
let's get this thing going.
You're right, and I think baseball understood some of that other stuff. But again, we don't get a whole lot more football for a minute, and we haven't had a whole lot of football for a minute. There's a reason why people will make this trek to Pittsburgh to stand in a crowd with 10,000 other people, when in fact your team will take up about 4 minutes of the time, and all the rest is all the spectacle. And
I never understood.
I think as NFL types are like, I'm going to start and I'm going to watch all the highlights, and I'm going to watch the back down stories, and I'm going to watch the coach's high five, and I'm going to watch the handshake, and because it's at least it's a little bit of football. It's the oasis in the desert.
Last year, Goodell had said they were going to do 7 minutes, and every team was going to get 1 2-minute extension that they could use at some point over draft weekend.
See,
which I like that.
That
It's
sounds
almost
like a fantasy football group
does.
already.
It's
Okay, we'll have one addendum, and we'll call it the Hector rule, because that idiot Hector on our league, he can never draft on time, so you get 1 extension.
You have to do this. They're like, you're up, and they go, no, I'm using my extension. That's probably. I don't know if my diaper showed when I fell, but
That's funny.
I tell you, man, Jerry is on full bore for the next 36 hours. You got a B12 shot.
I never want to be an old person that people are watching, because I feel like it's bound to happen eventually. You're going to fall down.
Oh yeah, you're gonna.
Oh yeah, you will.
You're gonna go down, but go down doing something spectacular, like greeting the president of the United States mid press conference. If you're gonna fall doing
That's
that.
the time. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back. We're talking draft a lot today. We also got NBA. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working trouble spots at 35 northbound approaching Highway 90 south side of town. This accident has 2 center lanes blocked. Now stop and go from Division, so almost a 15-minute delay. On Loop 410 westbound approaching Nacogdoches, that's road work. It's got the roadway reduced to 1 lane. That's a 10-minute backup, slow from 35. 35 northbound approaching Evans, we've got the roadway reduced to 1 lane, and then on the southbound side, just that left lane is open. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Spring into deals at Lowe's. Get select 1-pint annuals for $1. Plus, get a free additional Cobalt 40-volt 2AH battery when you buy a select Cobalt 40-volt trimmer and blower combo kit. Valid through 5/6. Annuals offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
McConaughey, how long did it take you to write that rhyme up? That's not off the top of your head.
Oh, you caught that, didn't you?
You're really taking this serious.
Yeah, no, I write these things out beforehand, and then I deliver them as if they are impromptu.
Yeah.
Tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it, putting it down. Putting it down.
Thank you,
where
Matt
people like it.
McConaughey.
All right.
Good to have you again.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show, Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Hey golfers, you could win a set of custom golf clubs from Flight by Yingling. Thank you to everyone who played in the sold-out 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Spring Golf Tournament presented by Flight by Yingling. Now, imagine hitting the course with a set of custom clubs valued at $2,800 with a cold flight, 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Enter now at yingling.com/golf. No purchase necessary. Must be 21 or older. Flight by Yingling. Enjoy responsibly. DG Yingling & Sons, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
How was your break?
It was great until I stopped for gas. Prices have gone up almost $1 with no end in sight. I might have to start watching how much I drive.
That's exactly why I use Upside. I never pay full price for gas with the free Upside app.
Upside?
Yes, Upside. It's the free app that gives you cash back just for buying the gas you're already buying. So even with the rising gas prices, I'll never have to limit how much I drive.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Just last year, I made over $200 with the Upside app.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app right now.
Download the free Upside app to earn cash back on the gas you're already buying. Use promo code FUEL for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FUEL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first fill-up. That's FUEL.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero.
Lowe's has the brands pros trust to get the job done. You can now shop new Catalyst fencing solutions and save big when you do. 10% off when you buy in bulk. Plus, save $180 on a DeWalt 12-inch dual bevel sliding compound miter saw. Now just $449. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 5/6 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Hey! Saw that look in his eyes. Yes, she did, baby.
Oh, man. Have you seen the video floating around of him?
No.
He was doing a live show. It's like the David Lee Roth experience in some podunk casino up in Washington State. It's kind of sad.
What?
The man's barely hanging on. And he was trying to do his karate kicks at like 70.
Oh.
I mean, dude.
Oh.
That's the show in itself.
It was rough. It was hard watch.
Yeah, I saw Kid and Play try to do it, their little dance, and it's like, man, just...
Ow!
Ow!
My hip!
Yeah.
My hip!
Sponsored by Advil.
Oh, man. It's more like by Copperfit.
Yeah, there's a cutoff time, I believe.
Yeah.
Just stop.
Just stop, man.
I say that. I mean, I'm going to the gym and get my ass kicked by 20-year-olds every day.
Did you make anybody bleed yet?
It's been a few days.
Okay.
Been a few days.
See? You still got it.
I mean, I just can't imagine. Here, take my money. Now punch me in the face.
Yeah.
Well, that guy.
Try to.
The guy that I told you guys I cut him open the other day in training.
Oh yeah.
Turns out he used to play football at UTSA. Like big monster dude. And I was like, oh, my bad, man. I'm not looking for trouble. Yeah. I'm not looking for trouble.
What is he, 6'8"?
He's like 6'5". He's a lot bigger than me, and I'm not tiny. All right. NFL draft today. There is basically no drama about the first pick. And that's, I don't know how you feel about that. I always liked it when. You know what? I shouldn't say that. I missed the time when there were drafts where you didn't know who was going to be picked
when
first.
Was the last one that there was really more than two guys vying for it? I mean, there have been. I'm not saying it's not a rare thing, but I appreciate the fact that there's a crown prince. I mean, there is no doubt. I don't think there's any doubt in 99% of the people's minds. So go out, do the right thing, and let's go to where the questions are. I think that gives I think it makes the draft more interesting for us viewers because you kind of know where you land. There's not a whole lot of I say that after the first pick, then it gets a little different.
Yeah.
But I do think it provides an opportunity for better drafts from all the teams if they're pretty solid as to what they can expect in the top 4 or 5 picks. And we're not there. I don't think there's a solid 3, 4, 5 order.
No. I think after 1, there's questions.
Yeah.
But I think the last time there was a real question about who would go number 1 was Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud year.
Yeah.
But before that, it was the year before that when Trayvon Walker went number 1, Aiden Hutchinson went number 2, and we found out like 2 days before the draft, it just got out there that the Jags were going to take Trayvon Walker number 1. I don't like that.
Well, no, I don't like that. It's kind of like when Adam Schefter or Windhorst tweets out the pick before it happens.
Yeah.
You're like, well,
I remember
agree.
the first time it happened, like the first time I remember it happening was when Mario Williams went number 1. And it was like that was Mario Williams, Reggie Bush, and Vince Young were the top guys in that draft. And I was like, the Texans had the pick. I thought it was great having the drama, like doing a radio show there. It was great having that drama. And then suddenly it's like all the drama's gone. They said, we're taking Mario Williams like 2 or 3 days before draft day. And it's like, well, now there's no whose name's going to get read off the card. You know what I mean? I value that.
As
the drama.
I'm not anti. There's more drama this year because it's not a very good draft. It's not like there's a bunch of dudes out there going to save teams. I think this is really going to test the metals of general managers because they're going to have to find some depth. They're going to have to find some guys in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round that, quite frankly, these guys would be 6th, 7th round picks most years. It's just a skinny draft. I mean, if you're chasing wide receivers, there's a few of them. If you're chasing quarterbacks, good luck, brother. Good luck, And it seems like
there's quite a few pass rushers, it seems.
Yeah, it seems like, the offensive line seems a little thin. It seems like the type of pass rushers available are like interior pass rushers that, every team likes to have, but it's not the money position on the outside. And the edge rushers, there's a flaw in all of them. He's got short arms. All those little things that cause you to, and one of them's going to be great. You just don't know which one of them is going to be great, and you don't want to make that kind of mistake. So I think the drama in this one is which general manager sees the talent.
Yeah, and those are things you don't really know until a couple years down the road. All right, when we come back, we'll actually take a listen to some of the stuff from yesterday's press conference where Jerry and Steven and Shoddy and even President Clinton were holding court. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working trouble spots at 35 northbound approaching Highway 90 south side of town. This accident has 2 center lanes blocked. Now stop and go from Division, so almost a 15-minute delay. On Loop 410 westbound approaching Nacogdoches, that's road work. It's got the roadway reduced to 1 lane. That's a 10-minute backup, slow from 35. 35 northbound approaching Evans, we've got the roadway reduced to 1 lane, and then on the southbound side, just that left lane is open. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by True Green. True Green, the easiest way to get a golf course quality lawn. Don't wait. Sign up at TrueGreen.com and get your first application for $9.95. True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. Let the pros do the work so you can enjoy your weekend. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
San Antonio's playoff headquarters has arrived. Novo Brewery features 80 feet of video walls, craft beers, hard kombucha on tap, and the food menu that means business. Thick-cut ribeye, picanha prime sirloin, Brazilian empanadas, stacked burgers, carne asada fries, and more. And with its own private entrance separate from North Star Mall, no hassle, just you, your crew, and the biggest screens in the city at Novo Brewery. Open late. Visit NovoBrew.com. Novo Brewery. Come hungry. Stay for the game.
Need parts fast? Need them now? O'Reilly is fast. Just one part that makes O'Reilly Auto Parts stand apart. Right now at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts, you can get 1 free set of brake pads when you buy 2 qualifying brake rotors. Ask the professional parts people about additional brake pad and rotor upgrade options available at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Healthy vision is about more than seeing clearly. It's about going beyond. From comprehensive eye care with the latest technology to advanced vision solutions that provide deep insights into your overall health. and with doctors who build lasting relationships founded on trust, ensuring that every detail is taken care of. I choose Vision Source to never miss out on life's precious moments. Vision Source, beyond your eyes.
Domestic violence is one of the most widespread crimes in Texas, yet one of the least reported. When someone walks through the doors of the Battered Women and Children Shelter, they're looking for safety. Help exists, and it's closer than you think. Christie's Hope supports the shelter with housing, trauma recovery, and long-term aid. Thomas J. Henry stands with us in our commitment to end domestic violence. If you or someone you love needs help, visit christieshope.org.
Spring is in the air, which means now is the time to save during spring outdoor power deals at the Home Depot. Make cleanup easier when you go cordless with the Milwaukee M18 string trimmer, designed to deliver more runtime, more speed, and maximum performance. Then grab a select Milwaukee fuel attachment, like the pole saw, edger, or brush cutter, included at no extra cost when you buy the Milwaukee M18 string trimmer. Shop 7 days of spring outdoor power deals at the Home Depot, now through April 29th.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code GAIN to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code GAIN to borrow up to $10,000. Use code GAIN to borrow up to $10,000.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, we are live at Taste of the North Side at the Rock at La Cantera.
It's the best Fiesta event to keep an eye on. Wemby Watch, the latest on Vic. We'll have it for you.
Yeah, we'll be thinking about Wemby's dome. Plus, we'll be thinking about the first round of the NFL draft.
All the latest rumors on The Blitz starting at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, everybody. 6:32. First class morning show here.
I could put you in first class, baby. Look like you're flying coach.
That's what I wanted our show to be called, First Class. First Class featuring Rob Thompson.
Class A. Day Class A.
And then I'd say Economy Plus featuring A.J. Hoffman.
Yeah, and Coach featuring Vic.
And well,
and the cargo hold.
Yeah, the cargo hold. Following the bus.
That's right.
In a Ford Pinto.
Have you seen the new stacked seats that they're building into airlines? Where
Dude, I love it.
Double decker.
I love it, and I really think I was showing you my idea, and
I could kind of lay down.
I've long said this is how I would build these things, and no one listens to me. No one listens.
Well, somebody's doing something.
It's getting better, but I still have some ideas that you could upgrade. I'm gonna one day I'll draw them out for you, and I'll show you my exact plan. But
you're an idea guy.
I'm an idea guy. This is a serious plan. And it eliminates a lot of things, a lot of issues.
My only concern is I'm right about ass level if I'm on the bottom bunk of the dude in front of me. I need to be guaranteed I got a pretty good ventilation system going on.
There's going to be a
hard wall. I don't want to leave. Well, I don't want pink eye after every flight.
There'll be a hard wall, Rob.
Oh, well, see, that's part of the engineering part of this. But if you can assure me we have good circulation, I'm down. I think the reclinable seat. And more than that, when you get those disagreeable passengers, it makes it a whole lot easier just to strap them into one of those things.
Yes. Yeah, beat them up.
That's why I travel with zip ties, just in case.
All right. So we were talking about the press conference yesterday for the Cowboys, and you talked about the Bill Clinton moment. Here's the audio of that.
Joe Hoyt, Dallas Morning News. You guys have been known as a draft and develop franchise over the last 3 years. You've got 3 different defensive schemes.
Here's our President Clinton coming through the door out here. He's coming up here to say hello to us.
I know you're trying to do your job, but
I'm sorry. What?
But go through your question again here.
This dude had worked his whole life for that question.
Yeah, well, on that note,
Repeat the question. Let's hurry it up.
Yeah, well, we've been known as a draft and develop franchise. 3 different defensive schemes over the last 3 years, though. And you've traded guys you drafted and developed like Mike Canosa. Long question short, how has your draft and develop philosophy maybe evolved over the last years, and how does that translate to something like this year?
I think you're influenced by, I am. Look at this right here. Come in this house. Yes, sir, Mr. President. I'm negotiating a draft.
All right. There you go.
Yeah,
The secrets those 2 old dudes have together.
Listen, dude, I know you really want to do your job and ask the question you've been waiting all day to ask, but here's the president. And, okay, the interruption. Okay, now ask your question again. Then he asks the question again.
And then,
no,
never mind.
I'd love to answer that, but the president's still here.
Brilliant question. Again.
This dude's like, I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to kill
seriously,
myself.
This guy it was late in the presser too. So this guy had been waiting his turn. It was a good one too, but nope.
Then they got to asking Jerry about trade conversations, and that's always that always gets Jerry hyped up.
Yeah, his juices were flowing by now.
We have trades. There is you could imagine getting a call right now and making a trade. Picks are players. You could imagine that. That hasn't usually been our experience. It has to happen when a team gets the urgency of having a player within striking range with where their pick's going to be. We all understand that. But certainly the nature of having extra picks in that first round gives more credence to some options here, and one of them would be up or down.
Still DLLS Cowboys, you said you could imagine, has there been any calls made, or have you received any calls?
Yes.
You have received calls?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Did you answer? Jerry? Did you answer the phone?
No.
It went directly to voicemail.
Kinda.
A robot.
I was too slow to get it.
We use this AI.
Yes. It's absolute intelligence.
Fact. We ask it what to draft.
That's right. This chat George Pickens television app I've been using, GPT. We're going to have the best draft ever. A robot's going to do our draft. And then when that robot does the draft and it sucks, y'all can blame that robot instead of me.
This does feel a zag other than zig kind of year for Jerry, though. Because the fact that he has these 2 draft picks, he feels like a sailor in town with a little bit of money in his pocket. You know, like, I'm going to blow this whole wad. Doesn't matter how I do it.
He's going to be irresponsible.
Oh, yeah, there's going to be a tattoo and a lady of ill repute.
Yes.
By the time I'm done, but it's going to be a hell of a weekend because he's got a little cash in his pocket.
Now they asked Jerry if he plans on making any calls to, do you plan on reaching out your feelers on these things?
I don't know that. I don't know that.
I wait for him to call
They're
me.
usually candidly better coming in than going out. The results are better for us.
Yeah, I mean, it can work both ways. You can improve your team moving back if you make the right selections because you get more players. And sometimes more is better than one. And so
you don't say.
Look at both and the value it takes to either move up or what value we get for moving back. And, that's true every year.
And that's one of the things we've talked about. It'd be great. The Cowboys, it'd be great if they could find a guy that's as good as Micah Parsons. The likelihood of that happening is very slim.
Yeah, you get one of those every 15 years.
So if you can't get one of those guys, I'd rather have 2 or 3 guys who I know can start, who can play. Because right now you got guys who can't play.
Yeah, and he's right. The Cowboys much prefer to draft. And I heard, I guess it was Spears yesterday on ESPN said he liked the way the Cowboys had drafted recently, that the rookies do play a lot. And I do think there's some merit to that.
They have to.
That's what I'm saying, that they have to play for lack of drafting in the previous generations. But I just don't trust them with more picks. I trust them with the obvious.
Yeah.
I trust them. Get a high. If you told me they were going to take those 2 and trade up to 5 or 4 or whatever and get a higher, more obvious pick, I would be much more comfortable than if you told me we're trading down into the 3rd and we're going to have 4 picks in the 4th round. I just don't. I'm not comfortable with their ability to mine talent in that realm because they, quite frankly, haven't had a 4th round pick because they keep trading it for bad wide receivers. But the idea of middle round building, that's not your forte. You're real good at the obvious. You're real good at taking the Micah Parsons, what I guess in hindsight it's more obvious than it was, but it felt pretty obvious when they took him.
Yeah, well,
and the
especially
same
where
way
they,
with
where
CeeDee
they
Lamb.
took him.
It felt fairly obvious. Now I know you needed defense, but CeeDee Lamb fell in your lap. You have to take him. So I think I much prefer the obvious. Here's the pick.
Right.
This is it, as opposed to we're going to swing for the fences in the 4th and 5th round with an extra 3 picks. That scares me with them.
All right, we got more Jerry, we got more Steven, we got some Shoddy as well. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Let's be honest. Watching the Rangers is better when you got something on the line. On Rangers game days, call your shot with the Morning Huddles. Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Play ball! Pick the Ranger you think will send one into the seats. He hits 1, you're going to a Rangers game. He hits 2. Now, you've just been upgraded. Tickets and a hotel stay. That's what we call getting paid. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Make your pick and win with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
Big color, bigger savings. Sherwin-Williams Super Sale is here. Get 40% off paints and stains April 24th through the 27th with prices starting at $30.89. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Trying to keep up with today's fast-changing digital landscape? With more ways to consume content than ever before, it is getting harder to reach your customers. You need more than just a presence. You need the experts at Conrex Digital. We craft websites that convert. We curate engaging content on social and block channels. We generate quality leads through Google and Meta. We dominate your competition on streaming TV. Bold marketing, real results. Conrex Digital makes it happen. Visit conrexdigital.com. That's conrexdigital.com.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. Whether your pain started yesterday or years ago, we treat the root cause so you can feel real relief fast. No pills, no surgery. Most patients notice improvement in just one visit, and we accept most insurance plans. Stop waiting. Start feeling better. Visit Arasti.com today. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
To find the location nearest you, visit Arasti.com.
The Gomez Law Firm has been helping injured victims in car and trucking accidents for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here. Jose, if someone finds themselves faced with the stress of an accident, what next?
Well, the first thing they should do is pick up the phone, call the Gomez Law Firm, or Google joegomezlaw.com.
The Gomez Law Firm is the leader in personal injury law. If you have been in an accident, you need a firm that will fight for you and your family's rights.
We do ride-sharing cases. We do 18-wheeler cases. Obviously, we've done those for very many years.
The Gomez Law Firm fights for you against the big insurance companies and wins. Tell us about some other cases you represent.
Really, anything that involves a personal injury and a third party that is responsible for causing that injury, we will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you have found yourself faced with a personal injury matter, if you've been in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then it's important to call the Gomez Law Firm today. Visit joegomezlaw.com.
Pump up the volume. Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Hey, I just met you. This is crazy. But here's my number, Rob. So call
Smells
me
like
maybe.
Teen Spirit in here.
Goldfinger says, are we ever going to get over the Parsons talk? AJ didn't like him when he was Dallas. Now he's on a different team. AJ loves him. First of all, I never disliked him when he was in Dallas. Guys, like,
oh, yeah. Wow.
When your team trades away a player like that, and then, like, because you say somehow it's going to make your defense better, and it makes your defense objectively worse, those are things that warrant discussion, I think.
Yeah.
Like, are we gonna stop talking about the huge, massive mistake? You know what you sound like? You sound like a husband who cheated on his wife a couple weeks ago, and every time she brings it up, he says, "Hey, are we ever going to be done talking about this?" No, we're going to talk about it for a while. All right.
There's a reason why they're, mining for 5 consecutive defensive picks this year.
Yeah,
because the defense was biblically bad.
They had to overhaul the entire defense because they traded away their best player.
Yeah, they realized that the reason they were biblically bad or whatever kept them above water was this dude that could get to the quarterback in 2.2 seconds.
Yeah, those things help.
So, there's reason to continue to discuss it. Now, I don't want his we're not going to forget about the mistake that they made in moving him, but I also don't want to magnify his greatness. There were some issues. There's, the negotiating processes exposed some weaknesses on both sides. And Micah did leave some things on the table. So it's over, but the ramifications of this will continue for the next couple of years, man. I mean, there's a price to be paid, and they're paying for it right now, and they did last season.
All right, here's Jerry talking about in his mind, how some of these players have been pushed down the board by injuries.
Availability bit us good last year. We made some plans for some corners that didn't play. We made some plans for
whiffed on those,
whether it be draft pick or otherwise. We projected that did such things as saying they ought to be ready to go by the 6th game or the 5th game. And
he was wrong.
This year, with the nature of what we're trying to do defensively, red shirts, guys that may not get out there until the latter part of the year or playoffs, or if, for that matter, really in their stride, they've been pushed back in my thinking.
So he's not looking for anybody with an injury history.
We need some dead solid players.
We need guys who can be on the field. So I got guys to point at when things go wrong, and I don't like not having guys to point at. And then here's the clip you were talking about with Jerry at the end talking about maybe.
Remember everything I just said for the last hour? Throw that
a
away.
little razzle dazzle at you here.
We would, given the right circumstances, we'll go offense. Even though you're saying add up or look at your holes, it's probably more on the defensive side of the ball right now. More questions on the defensive side of the ball, and that's trite almost to say it with our results last year. But we've taken all of that in consideration. Been taking it in the off season. There's every kind of trade possible over these next few days. Player on other rosters, draft picks, all that's very much in play.
So you could trade an offensive guy. Okay.
You could.
Okay.
A lot
it's
of
all
holes.
in play, is it?
A lot of holes. A lot of holes.
I got a lot of money in my pocket.
A lot of holes. Here's Will McClay talking about the difference in drafting for Christian Parker this year and what kind of players he's looking for.
I think every coach that you bring in, they have a philosophy. They have players that they look for. They're looking for good football players. He's done a great job of telling us what he's looking for and how he's going to use it, and increases the vision of how we see players. As scouts, we go out and we look for traits, and then you got to figure out how those traits fit. So it's the communication, it's the way we do things that give us an opportunity to figure out the right value and the right players that fit us from the way that he's described it and what we're looking for.
I mean, it sounds so obvious.
The dynamic between coach and scout has to be so you have to be so in tune to get where you want to go.
Man.
I've never, that is probably the biggest bit of chemistry that in any franchise.
It's more the coach, scout, GM, the triangle, because they all have to
If you're not in sync, everything else falls apart. I mean, you're building on sand. If you're not capable of at least bringing in the kind of player that does the things that your coaches want to get done. While I might fault the Cowboys for the drafting, I do have to give McClay the credit that he continues to draft for how many different coaches now. And every coach has a different need specifically to whatever they want to get done, and they're very different types. It goes to the type of lineman you draft, the type of running back you run with. So maybe McClay deserves a little bit more credit for meshing as often as he has to with some different coaches, and maybe that explains those middle-round whiffs. But I still fall back on what do you need, and let's get the best guy that does that kind of approach instead of the best guy available, because you don't know sometimes.
And then there was a lot of discussion yesterday about George Pickens, who has yet to sign his franchise tender in hopes that there would be an extension done. It doesn't appear that an extension is going to be done. So here, I'll get to Shotty's thoughts on it here in a minute, but I'll start with Stephen Jones talking about George Pickens.
Yeah, I think we've made a decision that we're going to have George play under the franchise tag, which won't be a first for us. So there won't be negotiations on a long-term deal.
Slip that in there.
That's certainly not a first for this organization, and certainly won't be a first in the league in terms of, this decision as we move forward. But whether it's Dak Prescott, who played under one and got tagged a second time, whether it's D-Law, whether it's Tony Pollard, we've certainly had those situations. We're so fired up to have George on this football team, and obviously he's been here for a year. We gave up a third-round pick for him, and certainly he's made tremendous progress in the year that he's been here. I think he'd be the first to tell you that this is a great situation for him, playing with CD and Dak and in Coach Schottenheimer's offense. I think he loves Coach Schottenheimer and what he brings to the table, but certainly a conscious decision that we've made.
God, that's so much double speak in one paragraph.
Right?
What led you to make this decision, Stephen?
There's a lot of things that go into that clearance. Went into whether it's a Tony Pollard, whether it's a DeMarcus Lawrence. I mean, let's start with the fact it's not easy. Having two receivers, being paid top of the market. I mean, that's obviously a stretch, especially when you have other great players on your team. A quarterback that's been here, being the highest paid player in this league for many years now. Certainly, that's part of it. The other thing is,
are you helping your case here?
There's a lot of players we've overpaid.
I think George has just done an amazing job. I mean, he's exceeded all expectations. I think anybody, or we wouldn't have gotten him for a third-round pick. So that's a plus. And, you know, a lot of these things, they make their way toward a long-term deal. But that's the biggest part of it, between the business and the newness of it. I think that's a big part of it.
Do you notice the guys he brought up left the team?
Yeah, exactly.
DeMarcus Ware and Tony Pollard.
Those
dudes left.
Yeah.
So what are you telling Pickens exactly? That, well, you're going to be here for a year, but I wouldn't buy anything if I was you. I'd lease.
Yeah.
I mean, because the examples that he cited, they left. They did not get the money they were chasing. They got paid by somebody else.
Just rent your house.
To me, every example he used was an abject failure. I mean, it was Dak Prescott played it. Well, we franchised him twice. Look where that got us.
Well, yeah, dude, like bringing up what you gave Dak, the fact that you gave Dak the most money in the league isn't a good look on you.
No, you kicked the can twice, and then you way overpaid after that.
So you're telling me you've got the highest paid quarterback in the league, and you didn't make the playoffs.
And then Tony Pollard,
okay,
you almost overpaid. You franchised him, then he left. DeMarcus Ware, you way overpaid, and then he left. So where does this land with Pickens? I don't think Pickens is going to have a Cowboy uniform on. I don't think they might very well.
No way.
Long-term, no way. I'm not even sure this year. Well, I think they're telling him, look, man, you're either going to shut up or we're going to trade you.
And I'm sure George Pickens is like, cool, trade me.
Maybe, but he's getting the money for a franchise, and there is something to go out and earn it. I'm not mad at that, but don't parse this like this is the next in several great negotiating moves that you've made.
No. I expect they are have no plans to trade George Pickens. They just want this 1 year of him. Which, okay, that's a choice. I just wouldn't brag on it.
I think it's 40% he's not a Cowboy by the end of the draft, and they're drafting later.
Wow. All right.
Riding the work with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. It's the Morning Huddle, KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by American Public University.
Success starts with your drive. You bring the fire. American Public University will fuel the journey. Learn more at apu.apus.edu.
San Antonio, this Saturday, April 25th at 4 p.m., the Gunslingers are back at Freeman Coliseum for an explosive home showdown. We're welcoming the Northern Arizona Wranglers to town, and it's our retro 70s throwback game. Get ready to groove as we crank up the disco vibes. The first 1,000 fans through the door get a free far-out 70s explosion wig in red, white, or blue. Big hits, big hair, and nonstop action. Don't miss it. Gunslingers versus the Wranglers this Saturday, 4 p.m. at Freeman Coliseum. Tickets at sagunslingers.com or the box office.
Hornitos 100% agave tequila isn't for the few, but for the many. To pour with friends and friends of friends. For you, for me, for everyone. Hornitos, the tequila de todos.
100% agave tequila for 100% of tequila lovers. Hornitos Tequila, 40% alcohol volume, 2026 Salsa Tequila Import Company, Chicago, Illinois.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Some people reach a line and stop. Some hit a wall and turn around. Then there are the ones who cross the line, climb the wall, face obstacles, and turn them to their advantage. That's where we come in. We're the next rodeo. We design bold marketing that drives real growth. A creative partner for businesses ready to push forward beyond what's expected. The Next Rodeo. Learn more at thenextrodeo.com.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Food truck owners, today business will be booming. People will love your new menu and not make special orders. You will not roll your eyes when someone calls it a quesadilla. You will also switch to Progressive to get 30 customizable coverage options and restore your inner peace. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage is not available in all states or for all vehicles and covered selections.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like we've cleared a couple of our trouble spots. That accident on 35 northbound approaching 90 on the south side, that just cleared. And the wreck at 1604 on the frontage road southbound Shanefield. Now we still have that stall, 1604 northbound Bandera, right lane. And road work on 35 northbound approaching 1604. That's got the roadway reduced to one lane, a 22-minute travel time. Stop and go from O'Connor. And then southbound 35 approaching 1604. This road work has just the left lane open. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Keldon Johnson took home the Sixth Man of the Year trophy. The Spurs 2 for 2 in those nominations. Mitch Johnson up next as a Coach of the Year finalist. In the NBA, Detroit took care of Orlando easily, 98-83. Oklahoma City about to send Phoenix home, 120-107. SGA with 37 points. Finally, in Major League Baseball, Texas Rangers, well, they fell to Pittsburgh 8-4. Cole Winn took the loss.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, it's 7:01 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Welcome in, everybody.
I want to thank you for the coffee this morning.
Hey, you're welcome, friend.
Yeah. I'm already done with mine.
Chocolate cream cold brew. I like it.
I know you do, Ross.
My matcha.
I know what you guys like.
This is the fanciest I get right here.
I know what you guys like. I like to be a good teammate every once in a while.
Mine's easy. It's just what's on the menu.
Yours
There's
is
no
just green.
special.
No, I don't do anything
Give me
special
that
for
green
yours.
stuff.
Yeah. It helps me later. It'll
I'll
help me in
bet
about
it
an
does.
hour.
Well, I'm sure.
Yeah. Just give me an hour.
We've been talking draft, and now there's some debate on the Brigade Bar about Dak Prescott being overpaid. And I like
everybody's overpaid.
Well,
it's all about getting paid relative to your performance.
When do you ask the question too? Because 2 years ago when the deal was done, way overpaid. But it's like when you're running the turn in the quarter mile. There's some gap, and by the time you get to the turn, the space is made up. So now at the quarter turn, no, he doesn't appear overpaid when you see some of these other dudes making 40. But when you sign that deal, holy crap, for the output, he's a little overpaid.
Yeah,
I mean, just a little overpaid, but that's not his fault, and that's what the league has. And the idea of where he sits now, that's why the Cowboys are at this crossroads, because now we're at a time in this contract where it's kind of even Steven with some of the dudes that have caught up, and if you wanted to make a move, it's a more movable deal in a couple of years. So, yeah, he was. Is he now? No, it's about appropriate.
Now it's like Cowboys would be awful without Dak. I don't know what they'd look like without Dak. They'd look like a totally different team. They'd have a quarterback on a rookie roster,
first of all,
on a rookie salary, and they'd have.
They are awful. Wait a minute, they're awful.
Yeah,
you are what your record tells you, and they're awful. That defense was the worst they've ever had. The offense was barely adequate. I mean, that wasn't superior stuff. The Cowboys are objectively a terrible football team.
Yeah. Just going through if you look at the top 10 paid quarterbacks in the league, you know how many of them missed the playoffs this year?
Well, there's lots of reasons, but I'd say 6.
Two.
Only 2 missed. All the rest made it.
Dak missed it. He's the highest paid last year. And Joe Burrow missed it. Every other one, Josh Allen, Jordan Love, Trevor Lawrence, Jared Goff, Brock Purdy, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, all made the playoffs.
There's reasons and excuses for everything, and I think the Cowboys have a little bit of both, and so does Joe Burrow. But objectively, you've got the highest paid quarterback in the league, and you didn't go to the playoffs. I mean, there's a problem.
Well, and when I see, like, okay, Dak makes $60 million a year. Lamar Jackson makes $52 million a year. That doesn't make sense to me. Patrick Mahomes makes $45 million a year.
I mean, he signed his deal too early.
All I'm saying is, you could say he signed his deal too early, but also, if when the bar moves up, if the play doesn't move up with it,
well, that's why you ruin franchises.
That's how things go awry.
Yes, and so to claim greatness by the way you've negotiated with Dak Prescott over the last several years and the way you handle the DeMarcus Ware situation and the glorious Tony Pollard year, that's no way to say, we know what we're doing. I don't think you do. But the idea of what Dak would be without the Cowboys or vice versa, I mean, they're inextricably linked, and they've become one and the same. You're barely adequate enough, and given the right circumstances, you don't lift anything. You're a fine thermometer, but you're not a thermostat.
Yeah, I don't know if – I think it's TBD if the Dak contract is a good contract.
I'm not mad at it. I mean,
it doesn't matter. Like,
it's not the reason they've lost, but he certainly hadn't taken them to wins.
But what you have to consider is you could say, well, their offense isn't why. Well, because you're paying the 10th best quarterback in the league the most money, that makes the rest of your team not as good. So you have to weigh it all in together. Like,
at some point, we'll be able to sum up Dak's totality of his career, but he's always been chasing time and external factors that, quite frankly, he hasn't been able to control other than the amount of money he's vacuumed into his contract to the loss, to the detriment of other parts of the team. And I'm not mad at him for that. This is what you're supposed to do. Go to get as much money and as fast as you can, because your career could be over tomorrow.
Yeah, and it happens. Life comes at you fast,
so
bro.
Go get it. I'm not mad at you for getting it. I can be mad at the situation you put my team in, but I'm not mad at you.
Yeah.
I mean, get your money.
All right. We'll talk more NFL draft a little bit later on. As of now, the Cowboys sitting with the 12th and the 20th pick today, so we'll have plenty to discuss about there. The NBA last night, I have never – first of all, let me start with the obvious of it. Pistons win comfortably. Oklahoma City wins comfortably. Have you seen – did you watch the Oklahoma City game?
First 8.5, 10 minutes. I saw almost in the end of the first quarter. So it was already a 4. Well, no, it was pretty tight when I left. I mean, Phoenix was hitting some shots, but I didn't think it was going to last.
Did you see Shea hit the 3 and then kind of do the point laugh at Dylan Brooks, but also give him the finger at the same time?
I did, yeah. Well, I didn't see it when it happened, but I've seen it since.
So it looks like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it looks kind of like a German 3 with a thumb out, but that ain't what it was.
So he's like I'm showing it on the brigade bar. It's a 3
like
finger
if he
thing.
was doing the 3 this way, he'd look like he was doing the German 3, but he went this way.
He tried to
so
make
it look kind of like, I don't know.
He tried to make it look like he was pointing at
but the middle finger
Brooks,
was upward.
The middle finger
sideways looks like a 3, but if you go this way, you're like, up yours.
It went all over. The broadcast showed it like over and over again. It's the front picture on ESPN.com right now.
I don't know if that's a gang symbol I'm not aware of.
No, that's him flipping him off.
Yeah, or a fake flip off. Like he's trying to cover it for a 3. Like is he down for the set, or is this up yours, Dylan Brooks?
If you
depending
saw
on
this,
the angle.
If I pointed at you like this,
it's a 3. See, if you look at
I don't know. I feel like if Dylan Brooks had done this to Shea, there would have been a technical foul called.
Because it doesn't take much to set Dylan off.
No.
It's like
and to me, this is unquestionably a sneaky way to
give
somebody the
I had
finger.
A 3. I wasn't flipping him off. See?
Please.
Plausible deniability.
Come on.
Yeah.
The fact that Dylan Brooks
though.
went cross-eyed and wanted to punch me and my mother in the face didn't mean anything.
Nothing to do with that. Yeah, a 120-107 win for Oklahoma City. The Suns made it respectable in the fourth quarter, but it was already out of reach. And this was one of those games where we saw a lot of A.J. Mitchell, or we saw a lot of Cason Wallace and Isaiah Joe late. The first game, the Thunder said, no, you guys aren't playing. We're rolling these guys. This time they got some bench minutes for their guys. all three of their stars played like stars. Jalen Williams he dominated the first half. Shea dominated the second half. Chet Holmgren was hitting his threes much like Wemby. When Chet gets out there, Wemby gets out there. When they hit those threes, everything it's wide open for everybody. But he had a hot game yesterday, and the Suns just got worked off the court. Now, they didn't see it that way. They didn't think it was – the Suns didn't think that it was – they got outplayed. Devin Booker and Brooks basically came out and said this was awful officiating. It feels disrespectful. I know I haven't won a championship in this league, but I've been in it for 11 years now. So to get to this point, to be treated like that, for me to even be saying something out loud, it's hard. It's bad for the sport, bad for the integrity of the sport. People are going to start viewing this as WWE if they're not held responsible. In my 11 years, I haven't called a ref out by name, but James Williams was terrible tonight through and through.
This is Dylan Brooks.
No, that's Devin Booker.
Oh, Devin Booker.
That's Devin Booker.
Okay.
And then Dylan Brooks, his complaint was about Shea getting calls, and this is his quote. Shea is a little frail, and that's what the refs are going to call. I got to be smarter about it, but this is the playoffs. It's a man's game. Like I used to watch back when Michael Jordan was playing or whoever else when LeBron was younger. This is physical basketball. I don't get why all the dropping and the falling and the flopping and the flailing and all this stuff is allowed when we get to the playoffs. Leave that for the regular season fans. This is about who's the better team, who's a more with it team. Don't decide the games on no free throws.
This is, yeah.
And, of course, Shea, for his thought is, I can't control what Dylan or anybody else on the other side is going to complain about. He had 17 free throws in game one, which is what their bigger complaint was about. But I think today he just got worked, or yesterday he just got worked. Dylan Brooks got worked and was frustrated. And
he's a merchant. I mean, that's part of his game. It's hard to take that away from him because it is part of what he does, but he does it in a way where the foul has to be called. I mean, it's not a flop. He just has a knack, an ability to put himself in harm's way and still get a shot up. He just does it. It sucks. That's one thing. The other part of what Phoenix is saying, and every young team says when they go to the playoffs, is the physicality and what's allowed that just last week wasn't. And what they don't understand is the NBA has created the first round as a gauntlet, as a test for you mentally and physically for your first attempt. It's different on purpose. The rules are relaxed on purpose because only the strong survive. And now, yes, it is unfair. It is, because if you don't know it's coming and you don't know that some guys get the benefit and they're allowed to mug you because they just, by the nature of their age, they've been here and you haven't. Yeah, it doesn't seem fair. But guess what? You get to come back and eventually the next team has to go through the gauntlet and earn their stripes. That's what this first round is. Spurs are going through. So is Portland, for that matter. You watch, Portland's not getting any favorable calls. I mean, the Spurs are mugging them just as much as they're mugging us. So I think that it's part of the league. And it's funny, every 3 years or so, young teams just lose their minds. But this is a continuum. It's always been this way.
First of all, there's two separate arguments here. One is Devin Booker feeling like he's being over-officiated, which he probably is for a player of his repute. Because let's face this, and this kind of leads into the second thing, like Dylan Brooks complaining about him getting called for fouls while he's covering Shea. This is the NBA. We all know the deal. Stars get different treatment than everyone else. Shea is going to get treated different than everyone else on the court. That's why I understand why Devin Booker's mad.
Well, Devin hasn't.
He wants to be treated more.
He hasn't passed the crucible. Go win something and prove that you can go through it, and they're not going to put you through it anymore. I mean, that's just referees do it. Teams do it. They know. There's a reason they know. You know what? Go hard at Wemby now, because eventually he's going to get those calls. Not now, but eventually those calls he's going to get the Shea calls where he's getting 17, 18 free throws a night because that's just Wemby. And we know that if we didn't foul him, they would be going in. So Enjoy it while you can if you've already gotten there. And if you haven't, like Devin, like even Wemby, you're going to have to play through this gauntlet, man. You're going to have to prove the fact that you belong.
Devin played in NBA Finals.
Yeah, but he has a reputation as a peripheral player who's not going to go in the paint and is just going to take jump shots, and you can pound him out to the line. Prove you can stay in the paint and get some shots, you're going to get those calls, right? Now you're not.
Would we be mad if Luka was getting...
Well, Luka had to go kind of through it too early. Everybody
what's Luka
does.
done that Devin hasn't?
Well, Luka's gotten trophies. I mean, awards.
Okay. What award did he get?
Didn't he get Rookie of the Year?
I don't think so.
Maybe not. I just look at Luka on a different plane. He's carried teams. I mean, when Luka took a team to the Western Conference Finals, they didn't lose because of him.
No, the Suns didn't lose in the finals because of Devin Booker. They lost in the finals because of Giannis.
Well, that's true. And I'm trying to think of that team. Remember that team had Ayton on it, and him and Mikal Bridges was on that team. That was a brief shining moment, wasn't it?
Well, yeah,
that came and went fast.
It's a hell of a playoff run, but yeah, it was like.
I just don't feel like when you think of the playoff caliber guys out there, Devin Booker's on the bottom edge.
I know, but I mean, if you're Devin Booker and you've been to an NBA Finals, you got to feel like, well, what do I have to do? Like, you know what I mean?
Maybe if it was 2 years ago, I would give you that credit. Okay. You know, I just don't look at him, and I want him to go. I want him to go.
He was the best player on a team that went to the NBA Finals.
He was. And that's been 6 years
ago?
Would
we feel I was 21. So
5 years ago? Okay.
Like, this would be akin to Tyrese Halliburton complaining, which, I mean, he's obviously not healthy, but like Tyrese Halliburton right now would feel like I should be getting some calls.
He probably should get some calls.
You at least shouldn't be calling ticky-tack technicals on Devin Booker in playoff games.
When teams – and first of all, if anybody felt like Phoenix had a prayer, then you might listen to him.
Yeah,
but you're kind of like,
I think that's
you
also
know what,
part
Devin? Even if we called everything on you, you're still losing by 50.
I think that's part of it.
I think some of it is that. But other part of me is I don't view you as a superstar. I view you as a star. I view you as maybe the best guy on your team currently, but I don't view you in the same light as Shea. You don't get that credit.
Well, there are certainly levels to it, and no one on Phoenix is on the level of Shea.
This is what turns people off about the NBA, and it's also what turns people on, because stars get to be stars, but you have to earn it. And once you are, you get the benefit of the doubt. And I don't think Devin gets the benefit of the doubt yet.
Yeah. I think he's probably asking, well, why not? You know what I mean? Because I think he looks at it like Jalen Brunson, for example, who is less accomplished
gets a lot more
Devin
credit.
Booker gets a lot more. He gets a lot more.
Well,
gets away with a lot more.
And maybe it's because a lot of those fouls on in New York, especially on Brunson, are in the paint. At least he's mixing it up.
Yeah, but last night they called a technical foul, like when he's trying to. Like, it's just garbage.
Yeah, that was petty. But again, maybe it's just because Phoenix sucks. They're like the Toronto on the other side. Like, dude, should just be happy to be here. You're getting 4 extra checks. Shut up.
It just feels like Oklahoma City's good enough. Like, they don't need...
Well, that's the other side. Like, they're already great. You're going to give Shea 17 free throws?
Well, and
Seriously?
like I say, more often than not, when Shea gets to the line, it's because he got fouled.
Right.
But
that's what I've been saying about it.
But when you're talking about ticky-tack technical fouls on the other team's best player, now it's like, dude, at least give him a fighting chance here.
I having not seen the second half, I get the sense that it was give and get, too. Dylan Brooks wasn't just standing idly by and not fouling guys,
All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, I got a giveaway, and we got to talk about the other game from last night. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
Got a buddy who thinks he knows baseball? Perfect. On Rangers game days, prove it with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger you think will launch it out of here. He hits 1, you and a friend are headed to a Rangers game. He hits 2. Now, you've got tickets and hotel. Yeah, you're making a night of it, and your buddy's buying the first round. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Call your shot and win the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Jessica, what's on your mind?
Hey, CBD is good stuff, man. I'm chiefing all the time. They call me Chief because I'm smoking so much. Like a choo-choo train.
Thank you.
Jessica. Thank you, Jessica Chief Choo Choo.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show, Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Move over, Chips. There's a new, crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavors, big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Ownwell. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ownwell.com/terms. Individual results may vary.
Right now, I have 24 different units. I think that's 15 separate properties. I trust Ownwell with all my properties. I trust them to fight for me with the appraisal district as best as they can, and they've done a very good job. Ownwell is making my life more efficient, making me a better landlord. Using Ownwell, I've saved on average about $10,000 a year. That's a lot of money.
Your property taxes aren't set in stone. They can be reduced. Ownwell combines savvy technology and deep local expertise to save real estate owners real money. Want to see how much Ownwell can save you on your property taxes? Just enter an address and see your tax savings estimate. See how much you can save with Ownwell right now. Text SAVE to 64,000. Text SAVE to 64,000. That's SAVE to 64,000.
It's time to spring into deals at Lowe's. Freshen up your yard with Stay Green Premium 2 cubic foot mulch. 5 bags for $10. Then get what you need to keep clothes, food, and dishes fresh with up to 35% off select major appliances. Plus, save an additional $100 on select laundry pairs. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 5/6. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more details.
On top of home and auto, Progressive protects your boat, RV, and motorcycle so you can explore the unknown.
Actually, we just take the RV to the same campground every year.
Well, maybe you can catch your own dinner on your boat.
Oh, we can actually get pizza delivered there from this brick oven place we love.
Will you at least try a new topping?
Honestly, probably not. We kind of have a go-to order.
Fine. Just bundle home or auto insurance with your outdoor vehicles with Progressive and stay protected when you go, I guess, where you've gone before. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
You know that Chick-fil-A sells more than chicken, right?
Hello, my name is Jaleesa, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit is how it's all of my favorite breakfast items in one good bite. That fluffy egg, that melty cheese with that perfectly grilled sausage. It just gives you that warmth, that comfort food that you love. It is the best possible option for a classic breakfast.
Comfort is calling. Order a Chick-fil-A sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit with Simply Orange Juice on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonial.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
I feel like I'm on a spaceship. Dude.
Trying to get in the mood,
What was
man.
that teen club down on Highway 90?
Kabooms.
Kabooms.
Kabooms. Now this was the Image South on Military
Yeah, that's
song.
it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Image.
Yeah.
Good grief. The Eastern Conference, the 1-8 matchup evened up yesterday after the Magic got an upset win in the first game. Pistons left little doubt yesterday, particularly after halftime, where they blew it open and never really got close again. A 98-83 win for the Pistons. And my complaint about the Pistons in game one was They didn't really have any offense outside of Cade Cunningham, and that was kind of the case again yesterday.
They still don't, but
Duncan Robinson hit a few threes, but he was inefficient. But for the most part, the offensive load is on one guy, which, for some teams that's okay. But if you're the 1 seed, they just don't feel like a 1 seed to me.
Don't read too much into that win. Orlando profit took. Orlando got that win up there, and whether they thought about it openly, overtly thought about, hey, we've already accomplished our goal, they stepped onto the court like they couldn't wait to get back to Orlando because they'd already done their job. They weren't very competitive. That was not the same team. Now, certainly Detroit looked a little bit more fluid. They didn't have the foul issues they did. But, yeah, man, Jalen Duren's a non-entity, man. I don't know what's going on with him. Cade Cunningham is single-handedly going to win this series, and it's because Cade Cunningham is that great. But don't read into it. It isn't any easier with Detroit going back to Orlando. Orlando matches up pretty well with them. Detroit's better, and they probably will outlast them in 6 or 7 games. But the fact is, Orlando did not play the kind of game I expect them to play when they get back home. It's going to be a lot more difficult on Detroit if they don't get a second and a third score.
And remember, this Orlando team, they were a trendy pick like preseason.
Well, they should have been.
A lot of people thought Orlando was going to take the next step. They've got Paolo, they've got Wagner, they've got Jalen Suggs, they added Desmond Bain. It felt like, they've got a lot of star power on that team, a lot of quality players.
They spent for him.
They underachieved in the regular season, but sometimes those are dangerous teams.
Well, because Wagner spent so much time hurt. They're a different team when Franz Wagner is healthy. They're much more mobile. He becomes the second most important scoring threat behind Paolo, so they can split the bigs. He can come on the other side. It opens up stuff for Suggs. Bain's there. He finally started hitting some shots late in yesterday's game. First game, he was killing them. I just think that what we saw last night was a little bit of fool's gold as far as Detroit thinking they're back on track. They're not, because I think they got about 80% of Orlando mentally. I don't think they meant to play like that, but deep down in their guts, they played like a team that was young and had accomplished their goal. Let's just stay healthy and get home. And now that we have home court advantage, let's take care of that. Take care of business at home, and that's all we got to do.
I think the Pistons deserve some credit defensively for what they did. This was an ugly game. Neither one of these teams played particularly well on offense. They both shot like 25%.
Well, that first quarter was a rock fight.
It's just a brick fest. 6 of 26 for the Pistons, 8 of 32 for Orlando from deep. So both 25% or worse for both teams from 3.
I think this thing's going to go 6 or 7. I think they're going to split in Orlando. They're going to come back to Detroit even. And it'll be, what can Detroit do at home? Can they maintain?
I'll tell you another thing that's going to kill Detroit long term. They got to the free throw line 24 times last night. 24 attempts, made 14 of them. 58% from the free throw line.
Yeah, that's
going to lose you a close game.
And and some of it I still will attribute to some rust. That's their second game in 8 days or 9 days. So there is a little bit of, we got to find our rhythm again. And add to that, they'd spent the last 6 weeks of the regular season without their best player and having to readjust to who they are. So I think with every passing game, they're getting a little bit better. I think they're finding their depth because I think they're deferring to Cade too much, but Cade's dominating the ball to the point where it's hard to defer because you never see the ball because he takes the rebound and goes scores half the time.
All right, we got a family 4-pack of Gunslingers tickets against the Northern Arizona Wranglers. That's coming up this Saturday, 4 o'clock at the Freeman Coliseum. You want to take the squad out there? We got you covered. Let's go with caller number 5, 210-656-3776. You'll win a family 4-pack of Gunslingers tickets to go play Northern Arizona this Saturday down at the Freeman. All right, we'll be right back. We'll look at the games coming up tonight. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like a new trouble spot on the southwest side at Loop 410, westbound at Somerset. Left lane blocked. Stop and go from Palo Alto. 1604 northbound Bandera, that stall is in the right lane. And this road work on 35 northbound, this is our heaviest delay right now. Right as you approach 1604, roadway reduced to 1 lane, 25-minute travel time, slow from Thousand Oaks. And then southbound 35 approaching 1604, just the left lane is open. Loop 410 westbound approaching Broadway. This road work has the roadway reduced to 1 lane, and that's a 10-minute delay, slow from 35. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by American Public University.
Taco Bell turned Diablo sauce into a dust, and they're dusting the new Diablo dusted crispy chicken nuggets in it. A brand new classic, only at Taco Bell. At participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time and while supplies last.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Hi, I'm Zoe, a personal stylist at Macy's Herald Square, and I live for our friends and family sale because I can say yes to the brands my customers have been eyeing, like BCBG, 30% off, Kendra Scott, 30% off, Steve Madden, Levi's, yep, 30 off. And yes, there's 15 off Macy's Beauty and Fragrance too. Yes, you can also sign up for Star Rewards and earn faster at Macy's Friends and Family today. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
San Antonio, there is a new place to watch the NBA playoffs. Novo Brewery. Over 80 feet of massive video walls, cold craft beer, and a full bar. Novo Brewery attached to North Star Mall with juicy, thick-cut ribeyes, Brazilian empanadas, stacked burgers, and more. Visit NovoBrew.com.
San Antonio, this Saturday, April 25th, 4 p.m., the Gunslingers host the Northern Arizona Wranglers at Freeman Coliseum for our Retro 70s throwback game. The first 1,000 fans get a free far-out 70s explosion wig in red, white, or blue. Big action and big hair. Don't miss it. Tickets at sagunslingers.com.
Hey everybody, Joe Reinagle here for Window Nation. You know, spring is a great time to open your windows, and wait, your windows won't open? They leak? They're cracked? They need repainting again? You know, getting top quality custom fit windows from Window Nation is easy and affordable. During the More You Buy, the More You Save sale, you could save up to 50% off. Plus, you could get them with 0% interest for 5 years. During uncertain times, one of the best investments you can make is in your home. So visit windownation.com now to book a consultation.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter.
Get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and a MicroGuard Select Oil Filter for just $32.99 now at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Limit supply.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the NBA, Keldon Johnson achieved his goal. He is the 6th man of the year. Got the news yesterday afternoon. In the NBA, you saw Detroit dispatch Orlando 120-107, or 98-83. OKC did the same to Phoenix. SGA had 37. It's draft day. The Dallas Cowboys are on the clock. Stephen Jones says they're keeping George Pickens on the franchise tag.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagle, and you're listening to the home of the Dallas Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
That's $10,000. I'm going to add the... I get credit on that, right?
Yeah.
Woo! There it is. Woo! Woo! No, you do the woo. I do the woo.
What?
$1,000, please.
Oh, stay out of this, Kitty.
You got enough money.
You're rich.
What?
Oh, man.
I'm going to go he.
I got to get some I got to get some I don't know. I've wasted my life. I could have been doing this my whole life.
And making millions.
I'm known for the
millions, man.
Oh, my gosh. What an error in judgment I've had along the way. All right, we've got 3 NBA games tonight. 2 of them are games that are series that are tied 1-1.
Yeah.
The Knicks and Hawks tied at 1 after the Hawks came back. I say the Hawks came back. I shouldn't even say it that way. After the Knicks choked like dogs
They did fall
in
apart.
Game 2.
I'll tell you this, Matt, this Game 3, whoever wins this game wins the series.
I think that's probably pretty safe for a series we kind of thought was coin flippy anyway.
I just you do not want Atlanta to believe. They think right now. They think they can. You don't let them get home and paste you.
Yeah.
Because you're going to go back home 3-1, and then you can't win.
Yeah, Jalen has been great during the playoffs, but they just have I shouldn't say great. He was great in Game 1, not as great in Game 2. Karl Anthony Towns was really good in Game 2. The Knicks are good. They just feel very vulnerable to me.
Because you're relying on a little Brunson and a schizophrenic Karl Anthony Towns.
Yes, they could be great one day and awful the next.
So if they show up, they should paste them and they go home 3-1, and it's a gentleman's sweep. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think Atlanta's going to come out tonight. It ain't going to be pretty, but they're going to be a lot more athletic. They're going to move the ball a little bit better, and they're going to own the hustle points, and that's going to beat the Knicks. And the Knicks is suddenly going to have to start soul-searching what happens if we're down 3-1, and that's a Knick team that goes schizophrenic.
And thank God for the Knicks because their choke job overshadowed the Spurs choke job just a little bit. The fourth quarter collapse.
For those who know, that was an embarrassing loss. Everybody around the country goes, well, they lost Wemby.
Yep, dude, you lose by 14 points. Like, you have a 14-point lead in the fourth quarter. You can't lose that game.
Yeah, long past Wemby's exit. You had built a lead. You just couldn't hang on to it. And our 4 young stars, all the dudes that are getting the trophies and the talk and all that, you didn't come up. You didn't show up. You're going to have to prove that all this hype is for real. Because you sit suddenly down up in Portland like this and the ghost of Wemby floating around in the hallways, yikes, man. Everybody's going to turn on you real fast.
If you saw Game 2 of the Nuggets-Timberwolves, let's just say you sat down for the first quarter, like I did, and I said, well, don't need to watch any more of this because the Nuggets were winning by about 25 points at the end of the first quarter and somehow lost that game. It was a slow bleed, so it wasn't as quick and painful as the Knicks and the Spurs losses. But the Nuggets blew a huge lead in Game 2, and now they're 1-1, headed to Minnesota. This feels like I'm not panicking on the Nuggets, but that was a game they shouldn't have lost. That should have been a game that they let get close, but you shouldn't lose that game if you're a team the caliber of the Nuggets. That's a disappointing one. I expect them to come out and play pretty well tonight.
Yeah, they should. The one thing that is of concern is if Minnesota can take Murray out. They're not going to be able to stop Joker, and Joker can find another target. But to me, the difference in this series is going to be Jamal Murray. If he continues to score like we saw in Game 1, you can't beat him. In Game 2, when you can lock him out in the fourth quarter, they're a beatable team.
Which is crazy because in the first quarter, Jamal Murray couldn't miss.
Right. So, and he's a little schizophrenic too.
Oh, for sure.
But for me, if I'm Minnesota, I have one goal. Make somebody other than Jamal. If it's Aaron Gordon, hey, I'll live with it. But Jamal is not going to get 25 points on me tonight.
Yeah. And you don't have an answer for listen, the Timberwolves have like one of the 5 best defensive players on walking the earth. And they even know Jokic is going to get his.
Yeah, we're not going to stop that. We just hope that those assists are sprayed to dudes that don't quite hit every jump shot, that don't put the ball on the floor and make it to the rim and pick up the foul and the old-fashioned 3-point. Make sure it's somebody else, and then you got yourself a shot. But that's a big ask because Jamal's been playing well.
Yep. The other game is the 7 o'clock, the sandwich game. It is on. All these games are on Prime Video today, by the way. So if you
talk about, so we went from Peacock to ESPN to Prime in the same week.
Rotating, and I don't know how they decide who gets which ones, but either way, the Cavs and the Raptors Cleveland up 2-0 in this series. These are the games where I always want to bet the dog. And right now, the Raptors are 3-point home dogs.
Really?
Yeah, I like the Raptors tonight. I always talk about if you get up 1-0, you can't fake the desperation. When you're down 2-0, you are desperate, and there is no way Cleveland, who had to travel to a foreign country and go play up 2-0, are going to be desperate tonight. So I think you get a desperate performance from the Raptors. I think you get a good Scotty Barnes game. And,
you better if it's going to be that.
Yeah, and I think they make this a series at least.
Well, I'd go just keep that in mind for the next game, too, because no matter what happens, closing out a team on the road is difficult at best. It's the hardest thing to do in sports. So keep that dog in mind for the next two there in Toronto.
So that's the 3 games we've got looking forward to tonight. Tomorrow night, obviously, the Spurs are back in action. It is a late tip. At least it's a Friday night, I guess. 9:30, also on Prime Video.
So it means 10:15.
Probably so. Because the Lakers-Rockets game starts at 7, and they're not going to want to start the Spurs game until that one ends. It's gonna be a late night. Spurs at the Blazers. Spurs are 1.5-point favorites on the road.
I think that is absolutely correct. It's that's pick 'em. I mean, Portland's getting. If they're getting 3, which really, if it was anywhere else, it'd be probably a 4-point line. And that's what the Spurs did during the regular season without Wemby. So I think this is right on par.
I like the Spurs in Game 3, though.
I do.
I think they are rightfully favored. I think they're a way better team, even without Wemby.
All 4 of those dudes ain't going to play that bad in the fourth quarter.
There's no way.
It just won't be that way.
I believe the Spurs are too good. And I really believe going into the game, knowing this is a De'Aaron Fox game, they've played those 2 types of games all year long. At the very beginning, when they were first working together, it was kind of awkward. But when Wemby got hurt, you saw what it looks like when De'Aaron Fox is the guy in charge. And I'm not saying one's more effective, less effective. I'm saying it's different.
Well, they complement each other, and we see it in game now. And also, it's not so much about what De'Aaron does. It's all the other dudes. They need to know where to be. And if you don't know where to be, it's really hard to be open. And De'Aaron's going to deliver you the ball from a different angle than you get from Wemby when he kicks it. So, yeah, I think that adjustment was hard to make on the fly. Still not an excuse. I mean, you still should have been better, but I do think that you come in with a game plan and an understanding of how we're going to attack. It makes it a whole lot easier.
The total's 220.5. I like over, and it works on both sides. Obviously, not having Wemby in there is great for the over, but also – the pace that the Spurs play at when there is no Wemby and it is the Fox games, those are the games where they push the pace. They don't have De'Aaron he doesn't want to have to wait on Wemby to get down into the offense. De'Aaron wants to go, and they tend to go when when he's not waiting on Wemby. So I think this game's going to be played like up maybe around the 230s. I think this is going to be a high scoring game.
I have a question for you that might be worth a break in between. Who scares you the most on Portland? Who's the guy that? Because the obvious answer is Denny, and he might very well be the dude that scares you the most. But or is it Scoot, or is it Klingon? What's the pivot point on this team? What's the thing that you'd feel like what we've seen from Portland in two games? What have they done very effectively that we've got to stop?
I'll answer that question coming up next. Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Kinetico water softeners have been part of the Thompson household since I didn't even have my household. My parents had a Kinetico in their home, and when I bought, the best advice I got from my dad is go with what works. It's worked for us, and I have. Having a Kinetico means no worries about your whites turning gray in the laundry over time. It means no worry about your appliances clogging up with that little bit of grit that slowly turns your ice white and slowly just stops the ice maker. Never had to deal with that because I've had a Kinetico. And when you hear about Kinetico, the first thought is, oh, of course, they're really expensive. They're not, and they never have been. And to buy a Kinetico is to get the kind of value and the kind of trustworthiness of knowing they're going to be here today, they're going to be here tomorrow, and they've got a warranty to back up everything they do. And then there's the gift, the little P loan. How about a reverse osmosis drinking station free of charge? They'll put it in on your sink. They got the decor to match what your pretty decor is, and you'll never have to buy another water bottle again. That water for your pasta, crystal clear and perfect, and your doggy will never be healthier. Call Kinetico today at 656-PURE. Go to KineticoSA.com for all the details. Get the best, and come on by and thank me later.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, we are live at Taste of the North Side at the Rock at La Cantera.
It's the best Fiesta event to keep an eye on. Wemby Watch, the latest on Vic. We'll have it for you.
Yeah, we'll be thinking about Wemby's dome. Plus, we'll be thinking about the first round of the NFL draft.
All the latest rumors on The Blitz starting at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Spring is here, and in South Texas, that means storms, wind, rain, and hail. If you've been hit by a storm or think you have damage, now is the time to contact Stevens Roofing and Solar at 210-785-0994. Don't put your trust in an out-of-town storm chaser. Stevens Roofing is a family-owned, locally based company who will be here for years to come. The team at Stevens Roofing and Solar will give you peace of mind when the storms come rolling in. Call 210-785-0994 for Stevens Roofing.
Attention coaches, educators, and booster clubs. Need a fundraiser that's different from the rest? With Gardenville, supporters purchase something they already need. High quality, locally sourced mulch and compost. Your organization earns money on every sale. Real products, real value, with support from Gardenville to keep it simple. Ready to grow your fundraiser? Visit garden-ville.com/fundraising. That's garden-ville.com/fundraising.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Smalls here. Look, in sports, the best teams know when to make their move. Sherwin-Williams is making theirs with their big sale. That's right, it's super sale time. We're talking 40% off paints and stains with prices starting at $30.89. April 24th through the 27th. You know, I've been looking at these studio walls. I'm thinking I wouldn't mind a little more red in here. Get that Cardinals spirit going. Yeah, definitely like that. Order online and get everything delivered right to your door or swing by your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store.
Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
You know, we didn't celebrate Prince's passing this week.
Who's passing?
We had the 10-year anniversary of Prince's passing. I think it was day before yesterday.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to the purple one.
To the symbol.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, the symbol. Forgot
Whatever the
about
hell that was. Formerly known as.
That was him giving an F. That's the Taylor version before the Taylor version existed. That was his way to give an FU to the publishing companies.
And I, as a kid, I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
I mean, what I don't understand.
You just thought, why is this weirdo doing this? Why is he that thing now?
He doesn't want to use his name. He
did
is
it
that, but
he
he's
did
not
it for
that.
money. Everybody does everything for money.
Well, now I get it. But
Rob,
back
why'd
then
you
was,
come to work today?
Oh, I did it for the sheer joy
That's
and the
a
company that
lie.
I'm getting.
You did it for the
I did it for
piles of money that you get to do this
for
show.
the free Starbucks you're bringing.
There
That's
is-
why I
yeah, I
came.
knew
Like,
coffee
I'm going to
today.
leave now and see y'all later.
You didn't know.
I like to wake up at 3:45 in the morning and tiptoe through my house.
Did it for the insurance.
You
It's
asked
just a day in my life, man.
You asked before we went to break who scares you on this team, and I think The real easy answer, like you said, you think Denny's the easy answer. I think Scoot Henderson might be the easy answer, just because we saw the game that they won, he had his way. But I think the answer is Drew Holiday. And Drew Holiday, first of all, in a guard-driven game, Drew Holiday is going to make things difficult on you. Mm-hmm. Drew Holiday can't have much effect on Wemby.
Well, he did.
I know he did, but it's limited what he can affect him with. But he can have a lot of effect on Fox. He could have a lot of effect on Castle.
Look at his numbers. If you pull up his box score, just look at what he did in the fourth quarter in the loss. Now, he didn't score. I don't think he had more than 12 points or 10 points. But he had like 8 points. He had 6 or 7 rebounds. He had at least 1 steal. I mean, he filled every box in the fourth quarter. That's Drew Holiday, a winner. Did exactly what was required, didn't do any more, and didn't do any less, but did exactly what was needed to be done. That's what's scary. And I agree. To me,
when he's hot on offense, it's a problem to add that
the spread. Denny's going to get his. That's their job. Everybody. I mean, he's going to get 30. I think that's and I think Scoot is a necessary evil. To me, it's not so much about Klingon, but it is. It's the offensive rebounding that's going to kill the Spurs because the Portland can't shoot. They're not. They're like the Spurs. They don't shoot very well. They live off Klingon's rebounding and kicking. Volume. And Scoot's taking wide open 18-foot jump shots all night long because Klingon is cleaning the boards. To me, it's not that you have to stop Klingon. You are going to have to defensively rebound. You're going to have to do that so much better because you lost because of Portland's second attempt over and over and over again.
And that it doesn't really change when Robert Williams is on the floor for them because he has the same issue.
It's not just Klingon, it's the bigs. They are dominating the offensive glass. Your defensive rebounding has to improve.
And the problem with that is when Wemby's out, it's those big men are now allowed to hover around the rim.
So you're going to have to do old school plant your feet, block out kind of defense. And you're going to be smaller than the guy you're defending.
What do you think the starting – let's just assume for a second that there's no Wemby tomorrow, and I'm going to preemptively say no Harrison Barnes.
Well,
What's your starting five?
I think I put Carter Bryant in.
Okay.
I think Carter is my starter. And obviously I have to start.
Instead of Cornette?
No, I think Cornette's going to have to start. But I think Carter Bryant takes the Harrison Barnes role.
Okay, so do you now? You're obviously Fox is on the floor. Obviously Castle's on the floor,
and I start Dillon too. I start 3.
So over Champagnie,
probably,
and over Vassell.
Well, no, I need Champagnie to start. I think I need his shooting, but I run 3 guards.
That's why I feel like man, I don't know if I can have Bryant and Champagnie on the floor to start.
Well, not to start, but I keep 3 guards on the court consistently. I stay athletic at the 4, whatever that might be. So it might be a Carter Bryant a lot of the time if Harrison can't go. And I stay as big as possible because I got to have some size. So you're going to see a lot of I would have thought Olynyk, but I don't know. But I do think we're going to see a lot of a rotation of those 4 bigs because if Klingon's in, I got to be big. I just got to have a body on him.
I agree. Yeah, you got to rebound. I think Luke Cornette, his ability to stay out of foul trouble in this game is going to be key, and he's going to have to play extended minutes again. If he gets in foul trouble, though, now they get real weak at the big, and it's obvious they don't want to play Olynyk, they don't want to play Biyombo, they don't want to play Plumlee, but they're going to have to tomorrow. And if Cornette, for whatever reason, gets into foul trouble, those guys have to play extended minutes. That's bad for the Spurs.
It is. So that's my fear. It isn't the external. Control the glass, or at least be 500. Be equal on this thing because they're beating you because they own the glass. They own the wasteland that is the rebound and kick. They're beating you to spots. Yeah. And Klingon's a hell of a rebounder that hasn't gotten the credit that he's deserved, and a pretty damn good passer. The less that we see of Klingon, the better off the Spurs are going to be.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a big fan of Donovan Klingon, and I like big men who do big men things, and he does. That's
with the best.
All he does. Like he's one of those guys who the first number he like when you get to the back room, you get to the locker room, and you see the stats up there. he glosses over his points and gets to how many rebounds did I have, how many blocks did I have. That's what's important to him.
You can
and I love
expose
that.
him on the other side. You can make him a liability if you're staying small and take him away and get him in some foul trouble. But you're going to have to first keep him off that glass and then attack him. That's first and foremost on my list, because I know that Denny Avdija is going to play downhill. He's going to pick up some dumb stuff. Steph, just make it hard on him. Just make it one more dribble, one more whatever, and we'll live with the results of that. Whoever's got the offensive rebounding, you know that if you take that away, you take away a lot of that Scoot Henderson threat, and you're going to force him to drive and get him into a situation where he's going to be kind of uncomfortable. You're in a much better position than you let yourself be in that fourth quarter.
I also think a key guy for Portland could be Shadon Sharp, who was a starter all year long and is now coming off the bench. I expect you're not a 20-point game a guy by accident. And this is a guy who is capable, if the Blazers get into some offensive, doldrums, this is a guy they could put on the floor who will light things up in a hurry.
Yeah, I get that he's coming off the bench, and Camara, however you want to go, he has this defensive knack that's pretty impressive.
It is. It's an offense for defensive trade.
I think as Portland goes, we're going to see less of Camara and more of Shadon. I agree. He had a good game the other night because he's a fourth dribbler. He's a third dribbler, depending on who's out there. He's certainly a threat to get to the rim.
And he's a matchup problem. He's big.
And but the defense is a liability. I think that's why Camara has stayed in the lineup, because he doesn't demand much. But I'd much rather see Shadon Sharp on defense than Camara, because he has a knack for picking up those charges. My gosh, he's about as good as there is in the NBA. That's one of those. If it's tight, now we're talking about Shadon Sharp. The Spurs are in trouble. If they're down to that and Shadon's doing Shadon capable things, Spurs are in trouble.
A guy that I think is going to be big for the Spurs tonight. He got a very special trophy yesterday. We'll talk about him coming up next. It is the Morning Huddle. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is KTFM Floresville and streaming online at sasportstar.com. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We've got this road work at 35 northbound approaching 1604 that's causing about a 35-40 minute delay. Road work has the roadway reduced to one lane slow from Thousand Oaks. Now, they did pick up the road work southbound 35 approaching Olympia Parkway. Still have a stall at I-10 eastbound Cincinnati right lane and a wreck at 410 westbound Somerset left lane blocked. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by American Public University.
When one person serves, the whole family serves. That's why military families may qualify for reduced tuition at American Public University. Learn how your family's military service can help you save on tuition at apu.apus.edu/military.
Spring into savings this truck month at North Park Chevrolet in Castroville, your 6-time Chevrolet Dealer of the Year. Lease a 2026 Silverado 1500 Crew LT for $589 a month, 0 down. Or drive a 2026 Silverado 1500 Crew Custom for $36,999. New heavy duties have 3.9% financing, no payments for 90 days. Together, let's drive North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes by Loop 410 in Castroville. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
When it comes to results, the numbers speak for themselves. Thomas J. Henry secured over $1 billion for clients in the past 4 years and successfully represented thousands of injured Texans. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
Why do you love Shriners Children's?
I love seeing all the opportunities she gets from being here. It's the look on her face the first time we walked in and she saw somebody else that looked like her.
They take good care of you.
It's just amazing because when I come here, I feel like I belong.
Shriners Children's provides specialized care and therapy that helps kids like me do what I love most.
At first, when the accident happened, we didn't think she was gonna walk again, but when she came to Shriners, it gave us hope that, hey, Braylee's gonna walk again.
This place is amazing, and I can't believe how much it's helped me through my hard times.
What I love about Shriners Children's is the mission. There's nowhere else in the world that I could provide the care that we provide for the patient and the family.
Thank you for helping us do what we love the most.
To learn more, visit loveshriners.org. Thank you.
On top of home and auto, Progressive protects your boat, RV, and motorcycle so you can explore the unknown.
Actually, we just take the RV to the same campground every year.
Well, maybe you can catch your own dinner on your boat.
Oh, we can actually get pizza delivered there from this brick oven place we love.
Will you at least try a new topping?
Honestly, probably not. We kind of have a go-to order.
Fine. Just bundle home or auto insurance with your outdoor vehicles with Progressive and stay protected when you go, I guess, where you've gone before. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So, then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the NBA, Wemby's Cranium Watch continues. Stay tuned to the Sports Star all day long, Purdue's as to whether he's taking the flight to Portland. It's draft day in the NFL. The Cowboys hold the 12th and the 20th pick. The Texans have the 28th pick. Stephen Jones said the Cowboys have made a decision regarding George Pickens. He's playing on the franchise tag.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, everybody, 8 o'clock on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. AJ and Rob getting you through on a small Friday. The Axeman and Bobcat Show.
Oh, we can't go to radio. What would Dave Grohl do?
You know what, man? You're right.
I don't think he'd go Bobcat Nights, man.
I think you're right, man. Let's just be chill.
Just be chill and cool.
Yeah. Man, that draft is going to be dope.
It's going to be dope. Let's hang out and talk about it.
Yeah, man.
Don't make it anything more than it is.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's at the end of the day, it's just football.
Just a thing.
And what matters is your growth through life, not as a football franchise.
That's how I'd write a poem about it and put it to lyrics.
Exactly.
That's what Dave Grohl.
It's times like these we learn to live again.
Yes.
I see what you did there.
See? Don't put me on a teleconference and tell me not to use it. I'll put it to work.
That's right, Bubba.
I listened.
Damn
to
right.
your detriment. I'm going to do it and screw it up.
They called Dax. Were your morning guys on the
Yeah.
call?
Listen to him.
It's times like these you learn to live again.
We're not hardcore radio dudes. No. We're just guys hanging out like Dave Grohl.
That's right, man. I just I just try to I just try to show up and live my best life.
That's all we're trying to do. That's all we're
I've got another confession to make.
Let's not go too honest here.
I'm your fool.
See?
Everyone's got their chances to break. Holding you.
Nice.
Now, how does that apply to the Ohio State defensive backs situation?
Well, it's just like this. Were you born to resist or be abused? Is someone getting the best linebacker from Ohio State U?
I don't know, but I'm learning all kinds of stuff.
Oh, you like that?
Yeah,
Is he getting the best linebacker from Ohio State U?
Wow, we took a downward spiral there.
Man, I hate you, Rob. I hate you, man.
I hate you, man.
I hate you, man. All right, the NFL draft, though, is tonight. The Cowboys, again, as of now, have not made a move up. and they did say yesterday they will not talk a long-term deal with George Pickens. That has caused some people to think that he could be traded today.
I'd be part of those people.
I don't believe it. I believe they are going to keep him for a year, and he's going to be pissed off, and they're saying, we dare you to be so pissed off you don't show up to work.
Play hard.
That's right.
Get paid.
That's right. But it's one way to do business. It's not the way that NFL players like to do business.
Let's be real. The Cowboys are reticent to trade. They just don't like it. They just, Jerry would much rather build than buy. That's just always been him. And it just felt the energy in yesterday's press conference felt like those two dudes, Jerry and Steven, walked into the room with a plan. Like, and we're kind of giggling like they knew something that we don't. And I felt like, man, they're about to do something screwy. Something. There's something afoot here, and it could go a lot of different directions because I feel like Jerry's got a little bit of money in his pocket with 2 first-round picks and is willing to take just about anything to kind of move the needle. And it would be. And the thing about it is, it'd be kind of hard for him to screw this up. I mean, you can make a pretty good deal. You could move Pickens and pick up some middle round picks, and we won't really know the fruits of that for a couple of years. You could up out of nowhere and trade him and go get a wide receiver late. You could trade up to go get a running back, and it wouldn't shock me if he did any of it. And I think that's the place he wants to be. But I know by history, Jerry's always about puffery. But at the end of the day, he keeps his cards pretty evident. We're not going to look outside the building. We're going to try to pay those guys as little as possible for as long as possible. And every now and again, I'm going to pull some guy out of the crowd and overpay him just so I look good. That's just his game plan.
My buddy Lance Zierlein put out his mock draft today, the 4.0, obviously the last one. This is his final mock draft. And he's got the Cowboys trading up to number 6.
And if they do that, it better be for the safety. It better be for Sonny Styles.
Arvell Reese, linebacker, edge rusher from Ohio State. And it's got to be fair, it's got the Giants taking Caleb Downs at 5. If they do that, what can you
Caleb
really
Downs
do?
is the safety, right?
Yeah,
That's what I meant. Caleb Downs, if you're going to move up, you better get a dude that can play a couple of positions. So you better get a dude that can help you a couple of different ways. That's the only reason you go up, and he's the only guy that can do that.
So this is the what he's got. He's got Raiders taking Mendoza, the Jets taking David Bailey, the edge rusher from Tech.
Wow. So they graded him above everybody else.
And then Jeremiah Love, 3 to Arizona. Sonny Styles, 4th to Tennessee, the Ohio State linebacker. The Ohio State safety, Caleb Downs, 5th to the Giants. And then the Ohio State edge rusher, Arvell Reese, to, imagine that. You got a middle linebacker, a safety, and an edge rusher all going 3 picks in a row in the top 6 for Ohio State. It actually got pick 7, Carnell Tate, wide receiver, Ohio State. There may be 4 Buckeyes in the top 10.
It's that Georgia team a couple years ago.
That's pretty wild if they get 4 guys into the top 10, which is a real possibility. But then it's got the Cowboys again. So that pick, that would be a trade with the Cleveland Browns, and that gives the Browns the 12th pick. He doesn't say exactly what the trade would entail to move up from 12 to 6. My guess is it's probably, I don't know, next year's second rounder.
It would have to be. They're not going to give up anything this year. They've already given up enough.
But with the 20th pick, it's got them taking Jermod McCoy, the cornerback from Tennessee, who is a really good player, but also has knee injury issues. And we heard Jerry this morning say anybody who's got injuries in college, I'm pushing them down my board. I think Jermod McCoy's a great corner, but he does have a history of being banged up.
I like the position. I'll trust scouts to tell me who's the best, but I appreciate the fact that it's a cornerback.
Well, I mean, I think whatever the Cowboys end up doing, 3 of their first 4 picks this year need to be defense.
I would agree. And if you're going to trade up, get a dude that can do a couple things. So if the only excuse to trade up would be to go get that guy, and to me, that's Caleb Downs. If not, that first pick better be, if it's not a solid defender, that next pick better be, and the next pick after that better be, and the next pick after that. I think it'll be a 3-to-1 kind of thing. But the wild card now is you can go use those first-round draft picks on whatever you want. And now he's let everybody else out there know that wide receiver is going to be under a franchise tag. If you want him, you can give me a call.
Here's what it'll cost you.
You know exactly what it's going to be. And he could actually accomplish a couple things, save a little bit of money, set his offense back a little bit, but save a little bit of money, and get a fifth-year option on a wide receiver that might be able to play for 4 or 5 years, and maybe you finally get it right. I think that right now Jerry's in the best place as far as I have no idea what he's going to do. I would like to lay the map for what he should do, and that's it.
Okay, so let me ask you as a Cowboy fan, and first of all, I mean, keep in mind, I know every team wants their team to draft as high as possible. Like fans just love that. But are you going to be disappointed if the Cowboys trade down for more capital?
I'll be afraid. No, I won't. It's a smart move to add more picks to a team that needs cheap talent. I won't be mad at it. I just don't know that I trust them to draft right and just by their track record. So the move, a good team, that's what a good team should do. I would have no problem with that, especially considering how this draft is a little skinny on talent, that you're really going to have to get guys that fit your system. That's the separator. You're not going to have, I'm taking the best guy available, because you got 5 guys that look like the best guy available. So if you draft appropriately and you had a history, yeah, man, trade down. This is a brilliant opportunity for you to do that. But your track record tells me you haven't been very good at that.
Yeah, no, that is fair. In this mock draft, Texans fans, you might be disappointed because it's got the Texans trading out of the first round. In this instance, it would be to the Jets. Yeah, at 20, and the Jets have a ton of draft capital. So I'm guessing they're going to that would be them getting 3 picks, because they already have the second pick and they have the 16th pick.
And they got salary cap issues coming.
Yeah.
I mean, they need cheap talent too.
Luckily for them, they don't have to pay a franchise caliber quarterback.
No,
they don't have one.
But I mean, they just have now.
Unluckily for them, they don't have one.
Yeah, that too. But to go along with that, they have the highest paid non-quarterback on the other side, so money is going to get skinny here in a couple of years.
Yep, that is going to happen. So there you go. There's the latest. In fact, it's got my lowly Buffalo Bills trading out of the first as well.
Another sign that this is a strange draft. It's going to be beauty's in the eye of the beholder, and the true value is not going to be seen for a couple of years.
Your Aggie brethren, KC Concepcion, it's got him going pick 19.
Man, he's really
to Carolina. He has jumped up the boards, man. That's
we've laughed about it already. Edwin came in and he told the truth. I think his value went up as people were studying his tape, and they found out that the quarterback that thrown him the ball had gotten a lot more credit than he deserved.
Yeah,
Concepcion's catch radius is pretty big because he's not getting the accurate balls that a lot of other wide receivers have gotten.
Everybody's kissing this guy's ass.
Where's Cassius? How far is this kid?
They don't have him in round 1 anymore.
He went from a top 15 pick, 4 sacks in 1 SEC game is absolutely nuts. He just didn't. It feels like he was not a workout warrior at all.
I was going to say, this is the time of year where people remember less what you did on the field and think more about what do your measurables say you can do at the next level. Which you got to have a balance of those. Famously, Bill Parcells was very particular about having guys who won. He wants guys who played big-time college football and were winners and put up big production at a big school. But you can't be a dinosaur and say, well, it's the same thing in college basketball. The guy who is the player of the year often isn't anywhere close to the first pick because it's a different skill set that it takes to play in the NBA.
He fell from a first to a 3rd or 4th round pick. So I mean, he might be a diamond in the rough. He might actually be exactly what we thought he might be, but it's crazy how far he fell.
Yep. All right, we'll talk more draft as the day goes on. We got to get back into some hoop. I did promise I was going to play some sound from the Spurs after game 2. We'll hear a little bit from Mitch, a little bit from De'Aaron, and a little bit from your 6th man of the year, Kell Johnson, a guy I think is going to have a pretty big impact coming up tomorrow. We'll talk about that next. It's Morning Huddle 94.1.
All right, step up. If you really know the Rangers, this is your game on Rangers Game Day. Make your call in the Morning Huddle's Ranger Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger who takes one deep. He hits one, you're in. Ranger tickets. It's 2. And then we're talking tickets and a hotel stay. Big swings, big rewards. Wake up with the Morning Huddle and cash in with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
McConaughey, how long did it take you to write that rhyme up? That's not off the top of your head.
Oh, you caught that, didn't you?
You're really taking this seriously.
Yeah, no, I write these things out beforehand, and then I deliver them as if they are impromptu.
Yeah.
Tap it, putting it down. Putting it down.
Thank you,
where
Matt
people
McConaughey.
Like. All right.
Good to have you again.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show, Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Help, Mother's Day's almost here and I have nothing for Mom.
Relax, sis. Just shop JTV. I already got Mom a gorgeous gold bracelet.
JTV, like jewelry, television, isn't that
Amazing? Yes. They have thousands of gift and jewelry ideas, and their prices are unreal.
Okay, but how unreal are we talking?
Right now, new customers get $20 off your purchase of $99 or more at jtv.com. Use code DEAL20 now.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
Because I'm the mean sister.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio and have been practicing law here since 1994. And in the past 30-plus years, I've helped hundreds of San Antonians injured by negligent drivers. If you've been injured in a car or truck collision, call me, 210-900-0400. I did want to let you know of a very disturbing trend I've seen that you really need to be aware of. If an attorney or someone acting on that attorney's behalf calls you after a traffic collision, with very limited exceptions, that is called barratry or solicitation. It's a crime and is unethical under our state bar rules. Do not answer these phone calls. Do not hire an unethical attorney. Neither I nor anyone in my firm will ever call you after a traffic collision. If you need my help, and if you've been injured in a traffic collision, I think you do, you'll need to call me. My name is Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400, or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Order for Jennifer C.
Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double whip, double sleeve?
Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine?
Did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, really? That's great.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Yeah, I'm cutting you off.
I can't have any more? Why not?
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, we are live at Taste of the North Side at the Rock at La Cantera.
It's the best Fiesta event to keep an eye on. Wemby Watch, the latest on Vic. We'll have it for you.
Yeah, we'll be thinking about Wemby's dome. Plus, we'll be thinking about the first round of the NFL draft.
All the latest rumors on The Blitz starting at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You're listening to The Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
All right. Yeah.
Wow.
A lot going on there. I've been on a Reddit kick lately, and I think sometimes it makes for good conversation here.
Okay, they got some good stuff.
Yeah. So coming up next, I've got another story off of Reddit that I want to give you guys and get your thoughts on it and see if this would be a deal breaker for you. Spurs not going to play till tomorrow. Keldon Johnson is your sixth man of the year. You and I both thought that was the rightful call.
Yeah,
as good as Jaime Jaquez was, I thought the way Keldon played in the last month of the season put him over the top. Very well-deserved award for Keldon, who, has arguably been like the third or fourth best player on the Spurs this year, quietly.
It's hard to imagine. It's still hard to realize that he is the longest tenured Spur.
Yeah.
When you put this into context, that the stuff that he's gone through from the time he got here till now, because, he was the last pick of the round. He was taken behind a guy named Lucas Samanic, who's selling sandwiches somewhere in Estonia now.
Oh. Now he's Lucas Samanic.
This dude. This could have been such an absolute colossal bust of a draft. And the Spurs drive him at the end of the first round, and within a year, Pop takes him on the Team USA FIBA team, and it felt like daddy ball. Like, why is he on this team? It's been such a slow development, and he was first developed to be a starter, to be a bucket-getting, starting, undersized, a guy that works hard, and it didn't work. And then big body completely changed the way he approached the game of basketball, because he'd never come off the bench his entire life. Think about the radical shift that it takes, and thank God Manu was here to counsel him, to say, this is the best thing that ever happened to you. It was for me. And he took that and ran with it. It's a testament for coaches to point at him, for kids, like, look, man, things look bad for him 2 years ago. It looked bad. Like, what are we going to do with Keldon? And he took the bench role, and for the first year it was a little rough, but he knew, give it 100% and we'll figure it out. And to become a sixth man is to understand, to be malleable. You're not just a bucket. You're a change of pace some nights. Some nights you're a bucket. Some nights you're a defender. Some nights you're just grease on the wheels.
Yeah.
And to know how to do that on every different night and to achieve that, it's a testament to the work that he's put in, a testament to the coaches he's had. Just well done. It's just the fruits of a lot of labor.
And the way I judge if you were an appropriate draft pick or not is, especially someone who's been in the league as long as he has, 2019, that draft?
Yeah, it was.
I mean, think about how many, he went 29th. There's probably 5 guys that you might take over him if you redrafted that draft.
I wouldn't say there's 5. We're talking in the second round. I mean, second rounders don't make the NBA.
No, but I'm saying, if you
redrafted
today,
all the way up, absolutely.
Yeah, I think he'd be if you redid the draft, knowing now what
he's
you
a lottery
pick, for
pick.
sure.
And to think that they drafted Lucas Samanic way in front of him, how this draft would have been, Brian. We wouldn't have the GM we have now if this hadn't panned out. I mean, it would have been one more errant draft with the edges around a dude that couldn't keep his junk in his shorts.
Yeah.
To guys with tall hair. And, I mean, all the dudes that have come and gone, this one could have easily been that. I mean, Keldon could have easily been that. He arrived. He was a kid with the people. He arrived. He was playing basketball with high school kids all around San Antonio. He immediately dove into the culture and had to rebuild himself at the same time, because he could have easily been out of the league. I mean, not out of the league, but playing in Europe, because he didn't pan out initially, and he changed his game, and he adapted to a new coach, a new situation, and flourished. It's a rare story.
And he was he was a very highly touted prospect who his 1 year at Kentucky was okay. But he was a guy that he probably would have gone a lot higher had he stayed a year.
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt. That's what everybody thought.
But he had been the SEC Freshman of the Year, but it wasn't like a mind-blowing, look, I'm on the rise type guy. He jumps on it. Spurs probably get a discount on him because he didn't seem like he was ready to make the jump. And the Spurs practice patience. And, they could have given up on him a long time.
Well, 2 years ago.
Remember, when I got here, when I moved here, the best players on the Spurs were Keldon Johnson and Devin Vassell.
And we were like, well, this isn't going to do it.
How can you ever win anything if that's your best guys? these guys now slotting into being your 5th, 6th, 7th best players. Oh my God, what a team you've built. Like, to me, it's just a testament to that. And when you put guys in the position they should be in, when you ask Keldon to be your 6th man instead of your 2nd guy, yeah, the results are going to be better.
Well, for him to accept it, I mean, to be told, look, this team sucks, and you're not even good enough to start. I mean, and to be told that, and that's how you take it. That's not the truth. But the fact is, this team's terrible. We win 18 games, and you're telling me I'm not even good enough to start? I'm going to have to learn to play on 20 minutes a night?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of guys are like, I'm out. I'll go someplace else because I've never been told that in all of my life. What are you talking about? I'm the greatest player anybody's ever met most of the time. So for him to do that and then to subjugate some of his game, even after he had been made Team USA and Pop was doing everything he could to get him ready to be an NBA starter, and then to realize, well, that's not going to be it. Your niche is something else, and you're going to have to adapt yourself to that. And for him to go hook, line, and sinker in, it's just one of those rare stories that a guy finding his niche, and that's normally how 6 men work out. I mean, they normally turn into that after a failed starting experience. Very rarely do people grow and become 6 men as a 6 man. So can he continue it? I have no doubt that he can. I do think that it's a perfect match of attitude and skill set with this team, but certainly a testament to what he's done and what I expect him to be a long-time Spur. I don't think this is one of those guys that I think is now one of us and will always be one of us.
And maybe the best thing for Spurs fans about Keldon Johnson, where they got him, was the draft pick that they used on Keldon Johnson was the draft pick that Toronto sent San Antonio for Kawhi Leonard.
Mm-hmm.
So that it was DeMar DeRozan, Jakob Poeltl, and a draft pick, and that draft pick turned into Keldon Johnson, which makes it feel a little less of a sting.
I mean, all in all, I don't think anybody looks at that deal and went, "What a rape!" I mean, I think the Spurs got extracted all they could. The only thing that they really wanted out of that deal that they didn't get was Siakam. They wanted it man for man, and Toronto just wouldn't do it. So we did have to kind of capitulate. But yeah, all in all, they did it.
It's nice that pick turned into somebody worthwhile.
I just can't get over the fact that he was the 29th pick and Samanic was in the teens.
Yeah.
And how much the fortunes of this team were saved by that pick. Because if you'd have blown another first-round draft pick after the misplaced errors in previous years and the ones that followed, the current regime would not be in place. Brian Wright would not be the general manager.
Well, in hindsight, there's a lot of guys that got picked in that draft that you go, what?
I mean, yeah, but this one you would have had 2 failures in the first round.
Yeah. There was some wins in that draft. Like Cam Johnson was a win out of that draft. He went back into the lottery. But nobody. Well, Tyler Hero was another win, ironically off that same Kentucky team. But that and PJ Watt, basically all of the freshmen that were Kentucky that year got drafted that season. Mm-hmm. But I mean, there's no way you could have expected to do better than you did with the 29th pick. So congrats to Keldon, 6th man of the year. It's a nice honor.
He has adopted the Cowboy way. Every time I see him now, he is wranglered up. Got his hat on. He's got a place out in Bernie. Hey, he was interviewed yesterday when he got the award with Shaq and Kenny and all the guys from, I always want to say TBS, but on the ESPN broadcast. And he was sitting out there on his farm. And when he showed up to be, to the Rock yesterday, all the Spurs lined up on the second floor, if you've seen where the Rock is, and at the top of the stairwell, they were all wearing black cowboy hats as he walked in. I mean, he is next time we see Keldon, he's going to have a dip in.
Well, listen, Keldon is
I want to be on Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Keldon is from Virginia,
Tidewater area.
And he grew up hunting and fishing, so he's a country. He's a country boy.
He's adopted it, man. Again, he feels very much like the guys that got here and never left. Yep. He might end up playing for another team, but I think Keldon's going to be part of San Antonio for as long as from now on. He ain't leaving this city.
All right. The San Antonio Gunslingers back in action this weekend. Saturday, 4 o'clock, taking on the Northern Arizona Rattlers. Not even the Arizona Rattlers. This is directional northern.
Double directional.
Yeah, Northern Arizona. Come on. Get out of town. This is a showcase game for the Gunslingers. Our boys We're going to go out there and put boot to ass. I can tell you that much now, friends. Down there in the Freeman Coliseum. Show your San Antonio pride, man. Get down there, watch this. If you haven't seen it yet, it is a high-paced, it is heavy hitting, and you are right on top of the action. Rob and I went having full-on conversations with a beer in my hand with the guys playing on the field while they're playing. You can't beat it, and it's affordable for your family, so it's good for kids of all ages. Check it out. If you haven't been to a game, you're missing out. SanAntonioGunslingers.com. They got single game or full season packages available. SanAntonioGunslingers.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. This road work on 35 on the northeast side, that's still our heaviest delay this morning. Northbound 35 as you approach 1604. Roadway reduced to one lane, slow from Thousand Oaks, so tack on at least an extra 30 minutes to your commute. 410 westbound approaching Harry Wurzbach. That is more road work. Roadway reduced to one lane, 20-minute delay, slow from Randolph. And on 410 eastbound at Evers, disabled vehicle now off to the shoulder. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Once you dabble in Taco Bell's Luxe boxes, including the $5, $7, and $9 box with its triple-double crunch wrap, you might think dinner includes a chauffeur. It doesn't. However, it does include a drink. Choose your Luxe box at Taco Bell today. For a limited time while supplies last. Specialty drinks excluded. Tax extra.
Almost 90 years ago, Academy Sports and Outdoors was born right here in Texas. So we know a thing or two about a thing or two. Like beans don't belong in chili. It's called a feeder road. And how far really means how long. We've been your neighbor for generations. That's why we're adding Texas-sized deals across the store, only in Texas. If you happen to find a better price at a competitor, we'll beat it by 5%. Academy. Fun can't lose.
Attention coaches, educators, and booster clubs. Need a fundraiser that's different from the rest? With Gardenville, supporters purchase something they already need. High quality, locally sourced mulch and compost. Your organization earns money on every sale. Real products, real value, with support from Gardenville to keep it simple. Ready to grow your fundraiser? Visit garden-ville.com/fundraising. That's garden-ville.com/fundraising.
George gets justice. The accident wasn't your fault, but now you're facing pain, bills, and uncertainty. You don't have to do it alone. At George Salinas Injury Lawyers, they listen, explain your options, and fight for what you deserve. No upfront costs, no stress, just real help when you need it. If you've been injured, it's time to get George. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers at 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. Getgeorge.com.
Big color, bigger savings. Sherwin-Williams Super Sale is here. Get 40% off paints and stains April 24th through the 27th with prices starting at $30.89. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Breaking news for your home. Wayday. Wayfair's big sale is almost here, and you can score the best deals in home. Like up to 80% off everything home. Yes, you heard that right. 80% off with free shipping on everything. Plus surprise flash deals all Wayday long. We're talking outdoor furniture and essentials, rugs, and more. All at Wayfair, and all up to 80% off during Wayday. Shop Wayfair's Wayday from April 25th through 27th.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In Major League Baseball, the Texas Rangers fell to Pittsburgh yesterday, 8-4. Cold wind took the loss. The Astros took care of the Guardians 2-0. Yordan Alvarez leads the major leagues. He hit his 11th home run of the season. They finished the series with a rubber match today. First pitch set for 12:10. The NFL drafts tonight. Catch it live right here. It starts at 6 o'clock.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz, and you're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Can we throw one?
Ready?
A little grito action. Oh! Oh, I need something
Ándale,
cold.
Mexicanos.
I need something cold to
You need
drink.
a beer? This makes everybody cry at the end of the night when they're drunk.
This is the 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Vicente.
I love you.
Hey.
You know the lyrics, AJ?
I don't know the words to this song.
Oh,
You guys think I'm the Rain Man,
come
but I'm
on
not.
back to me, baby.
You're like, hey.
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 I love you.
I know I love you, right? You know, come here.
I love you.
Come here.
We have such a good time when we hang out.
Come here.
Yeah.
Love you.
I'm gonna go throw up, and I love you.
Too bad she's a bitch.
I don't tell you this enough. You're the best,
You're
man.
the best,
You're the
man.
best,
No,
man.
my ex, she's a bitch.
I roll with you, man. I roll with you, Bubba.
Yeah.
Hey, if I start calling you Bubba,
Oh yeah.
you're either my
The light's
homie.
on.
Usually, if I'm calling you Bubba, I'm lit. But I
Right.
can say it in two different ways.
Hey.
If I call you Bubba, if I say, hey man, hey Bubba, we're having a good time, aren't we?
Hey, buy me a beer.
That's a good one. But if I say, oh yeah, Bubba,
Yeah.
if I say that means I'm trying to fight you.
Oh.
Rob's heard both.
That's one shot.
I put my arm around Rob and say, you know, Bubba. But then also 10 minutes later, I was saying,
Hey, Bubba.
hey, what's that you said, Bubba? And then Rob has to come over. Come on, let's
Dude,
go.
time to go.
It's time to go outside.
Time to go.
Rob has to go kick my ass.
Time to go.
I found this story on Reddit, and I wanted to see. We've had some good discussions lately off of Reddit about hand washing routines and things like that, and whether or not a lady was cheating on her girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
I want to know if your first date, if this is a deal breaker.
Most things are on a first date.
Vic, I want you to
Okay.
imagine.
Okay, let me picture 27
When was the
years ago.
last time you went on a first date?
With my wife 27 years
so
ago.
it was last century.
Yeah.
What you're saying.
Okay.
In the analog era.
98.
All right.
Oh, that was my senior year of high school.
Yeah.
Not quite digital. All right.
Okay.
What's going on?
I'm trying to say, picture a time where you went on a first date with a girl and you saw her and were like, whoa.
Yeah, we went to Park Place.
Did you know right when you first saw your wife, like, man, this chick is so hot?
Yeah, she was
like,
yeah.
Yep.
like what would have to what did you think what would have to go wrong for me to not want to have sex with her at the end of this?
There'd have to be a lot go wrong.
Either her voice and her feet.
Okay, those
the feet's a deal breaker without question.
thanks for the meal, Vic.
Yeah, see, like no.
I had a great time tonight.
I'll put up with a lot.
I put up with a lot too.
Man
but
hands.
Those,
that's
yeah.
fine.
Now, man hands are fine. Like you'll cover it up, whatever.
But the
But
feet,
yeah,
crusty feet.
Yeah,
nah.
the crusty. Nah, that's a deal breaker for me.
All right.
And then the voice.
This gal says, I went to dinner with a guy, and we're driving around when I started to get the bubble guts.
Okay.
We couldn't find a bathroom in time, so we ended up pulling over to a park, and I ran in and squatted next to a picnic bench and let loose.
Oh my God.
I'm not out yet.
For some odd reason. Now, mind you, this is
I'm still in the game.
this is your first date.
I'm still not out.
Okay. All right.
I haven't cut her yet. The flag's not up.
Where are you at percentage-wise?
We're in the about the 60%, but
Okay.
I'm still in the game.
I'm still here, but man,
It's happened to me, so I mean, I get it.
Okay.
You're nervous around me. I get it. Yeah,
the
I
bubble
get it.
gut's gonna happen.
Yeah.
For some odd reason, I didn't think to take my sock off and wipe, so I ended up scooting my butt on the grass to wipe quickly.
Like a dog.
Are you
Now
still
I'm
in the
just
game,
about
bro?
out. Now I'm out. Did I just see you scooting around like my chihuahua?
Yeah.
You got worms?
With the legs in front of
It's
like
just like-
higher. You got worms.
No, I appreciate the adapt and overcome attitude.
You eat pork.
She got back in the car, and instead of and she insisted on making him drive home.
Oh yeah.
It was freezing outside, and she insisted on driving home with the windows down, so he couldn't smell it. She said, thankfully, the dude was an EMT, so he had seen way worse than a little poo.
Yeah, imagine.
And double thankful that this was before camera phones and it was dark out.
Oh, nice.
Well, I mean, you take her home, she showers up.
No evidence.
You saw this woman wipe her ass on the grass.
Well, that's a deal breaker at that point. But
Especially, think about how cold it was. If it was freezing out.
I question her sanitary habits. But, if she had blown a little bit and you took her right home and you knew she'd showered up clean, and I don't think it would be a deal breaker until she started rubbing her ass on the dirt.
Yeah.
That
would it have been worse? Like she says she didn't think to do this, but would it have been worse if you're on the first date with this gal and she takes her sock off and uses it as toilet paper?
When I heard her say that, I thought, wow, that's pretty brilliant. I wish I'd think of that. I got to remember that.
But it would also repulse you if someone did it, right?
Well, it'd be better than rubbing your ass in the dirt.
Okay. Yeah, I was curious what you'd rather see.
Actually, if I'd have seen her do that, I'd have thought, she's done this before.
This is a resourceful woman.
No, I'd have thought she's blown.
If she's got the bubble gut, she's not going to use just one sock.
Well, that's fine. You better come back barefoot. But
and can I borrow your T-shirt?
Yeah. But, hey, man, again,
right?
If I understand when nature calls, it's how you react to it. And up until the scooting around on her butt, I'm kind of like, well, it happens. But we're going directly home, and I'm going to ensure that you are showered fresh. We're not going to progress any further than this.
Well, turns out the guy was an EMT, and he put up with it. They dated for some time.
Okay.
She says, ironically, I broke it off with him because he had a gray front tooth and I couldn't deal.
Well, I also understand that.
Then she says, I feel bad about that now. He was a really nice guy and obviously a keeper if he didn't just drive off and leave me there in the park while I was wiping my ass on the grass.
He could fix that butter tooth.
The corn tooth?
You can go get that. He can fix that.
A girl broke up. I just couldn't deal with him having a gray tooth. He took you home after you crapped in a park on your first date? Like, he cared.
How long was it before your wife was comfortable enough to take a crap in your presence?
Oh, what's
not
tomorrow?
In the same room?
Oh, in my let me know that she was going to the bathroom.
We don't practice open pooping in our house. You got to poop, close the door, and go away.
It was certainly after we were married.
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah. I mean, that's a certain line of trust that they started early. I mean, the door would have been wide open at that point. But the first time your wife will cut a fart or go take a poop, that's love. You're in a committed relationship at that point.
It's usually when she's pregnant is the first time. I think that was the first time for my wife was when she was pregnant.
Just like this girl, you have zero control.
Like what are you going to do? Are you going to say, oh, gross, you're pregnant? I'm carrying a baby!
We're not the open, like one dude's taking a crap while the other one's putting on makeup in the bathroom. We don't do that. We don't
Do you lock the door?
I never lock the door. I just leave it wide open.
I don't leave the door open. See, but if you've got little kids at home, that's a whole other thing because you have to keep the door open, make sure they're not getting in anything.
Well, there's different rules for the goose and the gander, Rob. Yeah. I pee with the bathroom door open all the time.
That's different. Peeing's a different thing. I'm talking about a full-on growler.
No, well, I mean, I don't close the door.
You don't close the bathroom. See, we have a closed door policy. If you're pooping,
I have the fan aiming towards the bathroom.
I've got her. I mean, she knows she doesn't want to come in there.
Well, I know, but I don't think I lock the door. I don't think I do. I
only lock the door.
The door is closed. I can tell you that.
So, I mean, is the door closed enough?
If the door
that
is
she
closed,
would know?
Okay. Don't go in. That's our bathroom door is always open until it's closed, and when it's closed, don't go in or knock.
Do you have to give a warning and say, "Hey, I wouldn't," like Vic does? I wouldn't use that bathroom for a while.
I wouldn't use it.
I think you develop a rhythm with your wife.
My wife can smell it from the kitchen, so she knows not to go.
She knows. Like
remind me never to eat at your house.
She knows if I disappear for about 30 minutes with my phone, you might not want to go in that room. There's been a lot of Candy Crush played.
Oh yeah.
There's been a whole lot of doom scrolling while
but
things are going on. So don't go in there.
I use poopery.
Yeah,
and that keeps my wife from yelling at me.
Stuff.
I don't like it either.
Worse.
There's nothing on the earth that'll calm what I do.
My wife is like, because I've said
Yeah.
before, and she got a new fragrance, which is working now.
Okay.
But the original poopery only came in one fragrance, and I didn't particularly like it. So I'd say I don't want to use it. I don't like to smell that while I'm doing my business. And she said, "What do you think smells worse, though? That or what you're doing?" And
the combination ain't nice.
No,
it doesn't. I think it's about equal. Just give it about 15 minutes. It'll be all right. I'll leave the vent on.
Yeah,
I'll leave the.
So I just steer clear for a while. All
Well,
right?
that's
treat it like Chernobyl. Like,
well, I also have
in a few years you can come back.
But I don't often use the master bath.
What?
I use the half bath.
Oh, I don't want to poop in another bathroom.
Well, it's not the boys' bathroom. It's my pooping bathroom. I'm the only one that ever uses it.
But like, if it's the bath that if you had company over, that's where they would go, right?
Yeah.
See, I don't like to use. Well, mostly the reason I don't like to go number 2 in there is because I've got my bidet, I've got my wet wipes.
I don't have a accoutrement. I'm just old fashioned.
Do you have a wiper?
I got a Sears and Roebuck catalog.
I wish.
I got a Sears Roebuck.
I thought you meant an electric one. I thought you meant an electric one, like a belt sander, but with a. I could just sit on and go.
No, there's an actual person just standing in your bathroom, just waiting for you to go.
Wait for the wipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have that in Flea
I don't have
Bottom.
all that extra stuff.
See, in Flea Bottom, we just go in the street.
No.
Just go out back. I got a urinal, but it just empties out into the back. Into the.
So what's the vote? The girl poops in front of you on the very first date.
That's not a deal breaker.
In a park. You would go on a second date.
I might, but there'd be certain steps.
I would go on a second date.
You would go, if your wife had done that, your first date, you would have been like, oh, okay.
It would be a meet cute story that we would tell over and over.
Yeah, it would be one of those.
When
Like
I met her,
when
she
we
had
first went
poops.
out. Yeah.
She blew chunks all over a picnic table.
I think I have to have an established relationship before I can let something like that pass. I think
It doesn't bother me.
But then you're like, oh, isn't that, it's not cute. But, I mean, that's an interesting thing. And then you look over and she's scooching around on her ass trying to wipe her. No. At that moment, you're like, yeah, no. You're kind of feral.
See, that smell, but the other smell, the JJ smell, like, yeah, that's a deal breaker.
Well, I don't know what's going on. You're rubbing around down there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to clean out
mud. You're a gal.
Is that grass?
Yeah.
What is that? Is that a weed?
Do you want to go to Fred's Fish Fry or what?
I
Is
think
that what that is?
Unfortunately, I think you wiped with an anthill.
Why are there twigs? Why are there twigs in your pants? What's going on?
There's flies everywhere.
B. Hannon says Rob brings a newspaper into the bathroom.
I do. I do, man.
Doing his crosswords.
If I get up and you see me like just leave the room without saying anything, I'll be back in about 30
No,
minutes.
I just bring the phone charger and it'll
sometimes,
reach.
have you ever gone so long your feet are asleep?
Yes. No, I had a ring around my butt one
You're
time.
like, I don't think I can get up. Well,
what's that, honey? What's a 7-letter word for gas-powered light source?
That's it. That's about it. I'm gonna need some help.
A lantern.
No,
thank you.
I'm on Amazon just adding to the cart. The cart that I'll have, I have about 100 things in my cart.
What? Why?
I don't know. Just
because you never know.
Because you never know. One day I may buy it.
You might get that update.
Yeah.
But like, what about when you actually buy something?
Well, it's the save for later. You know, when you have the save for later. I have a bunch of save for laters. Yeah.
And then I'll wait for the Alexa to tell me that it's on sale.
Yeah.
Because if
yes,
it's happened to me before that I had something in my shopping cart and I didn't want to buy it because I found the
You
other
accidentally
thing,
bought
but
it?
I accidentally bought it, and then it's
that happened to me one time, and that's why I always check now.
If I'm buying, I buy now. Then everything else just goes in the cart.
I do often. I'll. But then you want to combine shipping. Like you want to say, oh, I'd like it all to show up in one package.
Yeah, I have a right now. I have like all this fishing gear, like a Penn Battle 4 5000 series for $249, a Yeti fishing bucket.
You never know. $50 off today.
One day I'll just move the cart.
What, a $250 fish lure?
No, fishing rod and reel.
Oh, a rod. Okay.
Yeah, it's a 7-foot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a pen.
It's
a pen.
It's a lot better than 6, and not nearly as nice as an 8, but it's pretty nice.
It's a pen.
Is Pen better than Zebco?
Yes. Pen is far more superior.
What's the other?
And I use braided.
Ugly stick.
Zebco. You sound like a Paul, Rob.
Yeah. What about an ugly stick?
Why'd you go fishing with a Zebco?
I'm trying to think of fishing brands I've heard of.
Zebco? Oh my God!
Yeah, Zebco? Is that still around?
Why don't you go back to poverty
fishing?
fishing?
Zebco's still around. Daiwa is.
Oh yeah, Daiwa. Yeah. I remember that brand.
They're under Penn, but I think Penn is the ultimate. Yeah.
PENN.
Yes.
Like the tennis racket.
Yes.
I guess they use the same.
They
stuff.
use the same thing.
All right.
The ultimate.
I thought an ugly stick was the best rod.
Ugly sticks break. I've had a few, and every one I've owned had broke.
Learn something every day.
You hit your wife with it hard, or what happened?
Yeah, because it got caught in her hair and it broke.
Yeah, that's on you, man. You guys get too rough.
Gonna need a bigger boat.
All right, we're gonna wrap up the 8 o'clock hour coming up. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you wake up this morning feeling good, nothing bothering you, keeping you out of your life, if you did, carry on. You're doing things like, well, all of us want to be, but most of us Wake up with something painful that keeps you out of your daily routines, and if that's you, stop. It's 2026. There's an answer out there. It's called Arasti. Arasti providers are all around San Antonio, growing all the time because what they do just flat out works. They get you fixed and fixed fast. It's because they approach your injuries in ways your general practitioner might not, because they understand that injuries, well, pain can be manifested by a lot of different things, and a couple of pills or a long-term process of surgery isn't always the answer. Sometimes it can be manipulated to be fixed, like lower back injuries, soft strains and sprains. Maybe it's a frozen shoulder, plantar fasciitis, and a myriad of other things can be fixed and fixed fast by Arasti. The good news is you can see an Arasti provider today because they do not require a referral. Call them right now. Write this number down. It's 1-800-404-6050. They accept most insurances, and I bet there's a provider less than 10 minutes from where you are right now. Their hands-on approach just flat works. I am living proof. Call them today. The number is 1-800-404-6050. The website is Arasti.com. Don't let pain keep you from doing things that you love. The fix is out there. It's called Arasti. Call them now. Thank me later.
Progressive knows that boat days can come with unexpected problems.
It's been a tough Saturday on the lake. I ordered swim trunks in this orange cream color, but it's actually more orange auburn. Oh, and it's swimwear. I probably can't even return these.
If a real problem comes along, your boat's protected 24/7 with Progressive, so you can keep worrying about boater problems. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in D.C.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collision since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney, an attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
On top of home and auto, Progressive protects your boat, RV, and motorcycle so you can explore the unknown.
Actually, we just take the RV to the same campground every year.
Well, maybe you can catch your own dinner on your boat.
Oh, we can actually get pizza delivered there from this brick oven place we love.
Will you at least try a new topping?
Honestly, probably not. We kind of have a go-to order.
Fine. Just bundle home or auto insurance with your outdoor vehicles with Progressive and stay protected when you go, I guess, where you've gone before. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates. Northbrook, Illinois.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
All hell can't stop us now. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1. Betting market has been set on Fernando Mendoza going first. We know that. The second pick has what's changed a lot. And
do you
now,
trust the Jets to do anything even remotely sane?
The Jets.
Until yesterday, Arvell Reese was a minus 400 favorite.
Okay.
This morning, Texas Tech linebacker David Bailey was a minus 135 favorite. Normally, I tell people, if you are chasing, they call it steam chasing. If you are chasing steam, you're usually too late. Like if the market's moved a number significantly, usually you're like you don't want to jump in now, because in fact now might be the time to look back the other way. But the NFL draft is different in that often information is what pushes these markets. It's not about like it's not about speculation. It's about somebody's got some hard intel,
right?
And they will move a market.
Well, it ain't gonna be Arvell Reese.
I mean, I would guess if David Bailey went from being a plus 300 to minus 150 favorite, which he is now, somebody knows that it's going to be David Bailey.
And for a couple of reasons, it makes sense. Because, one, this is a reach for this guy.
For David Bailey?
Yeah, this is a reach. This is too high for him. It is. But that just tells me the Jets have scouted him, and he fits something that they feel they absolutely have to have, whatever that is. But Arvell Reese, by every number, is a better pick, more flexible, better tape. When you hear a guy jump like that, I get the sense that they've heard something, and I think that's a very Jets thing to do, is to overdraft this guy.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the result will be, but I usually this tells you like that David Bailey is. I don't know if David Bailey's going to work out, is what I mean. But usually this tells you that's who they like. There are about 20 players that have over/under props on them right now. Ty Simpson at 32.5. That's basically saying, do you think Ty Simpson's going to go in round one?
Yeah, I do. I actually do think he's going to go in round one.
I
think the Cardinals could manufacture a way to pick him up, and Pittsburgh would not be a shock.
What about LSU quarterback going at 106.5? Garrett Nussmeier.
We talked about an injury that they figured out for him. Yep. I don't know if that's a benefit or a detriment.
And Notre Dame running back Jeremiah Love,
top 5,
3.5 is the number.
Yeah, he's going top 10.
Yeah, where's he go? 3 or 4 is the question there. All right, we got 1 hour of programming left. I'll tell you one guy who is not going to have a lot of say at the draft. A surprising name. We'll talk about him next.
When you think San Antonio sports, think 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your home for the Cowboys. KTFM Floresville and SASportsStar.com. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. This road work on 35 on the northeast side, that's still our heaviest delay this morning. Northbound 35 as you approach 1604. Roadway reduced to 1 lane, slow from Thousand Oaks, so tack on at least an extra 30 minutes to your commute. 410 westbound approaching Harry Wurzbach. That is more road work. Roadway reduced to 1 lane, 20-minute delay, slow from Randolph. And on 410 eastbound at Evers, disabled vehicle now off to the shoulder. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by True Green. True Green, the easiest way to get a golf course quality lawn. Don't wait. Sign up at TrueGreen.com and get your first application for $9.95. True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. Let the pros do the work so you can enjoy your weekend. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Ownwell. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ownwell.com/terms. Individual results may vary.
Right now I have 24 different units. I think that's 15 separate properties. I trust Ownwell with all my properties. I trust them to fight for me with the appraisal district as best they can, and they've done a very good job. Ownwell is making my life more efficient, making me a better landlord. Using Ownwell, I've saved on average about $10,000 a year. That's a lot of money.
Your property taxes aren't set in stone. They can be reduced. Ownwell combines savvy technology and deep local expertise to save real estate owners real money. Want to see how much Ownwell can save you on your property taxes? Just enter an address and see your tax savings estimate. See how much you can save with Ownwell right now. Text SAVE to 64,000. Text SAVE to 64,000. That's SAVE to 64,000.
Dave Ramsey here. The only water softener I recommend is a quality water softener from Connecticut. It really is the last water softener you'll ever own.
ConnecticutSA.com.
And tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at TSAOG.com.
Here in Texas, we know that trust is earned and reputation matters. Since 1993, Thomas J. Henry dedicated himself to building a firm that injured clients can trust and that Texans can respect. A firm where no defendant is too big and no case is too small. Backed by a track record of success and a commitment to our clients, Thomas J. Henry remains the name you can depend on if you have been injured. Trust the firm that stands for you. Trust Thomas J. Henry. San Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the NBA, Spur Kell Johnson was named 6th Man of the Year yesterday. He averaged 13.2 points a game and 5.4 rebounds in the season. In NBA action last night, Detroit evened up the series with Orlando, and Phoenix, well, they went down again to Oklahoma City. They're down 2-0. The NFL draft is tonight. You can catch it live right here on San Antonio Sports Star starting at 6 o'clock.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
.901 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It is NFL Draft Day. 9 hours, 59 minutes, 14 seconds away. Oh, the baby. Oh, the baby. Everybody's excited about the NFL Draft, even Rob. And Rob doesn't get excited about anything.
Nothing. I'm jaded.
He's
cynical.
Yeah, not me.
Bitter old man.
Not me.
Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn.
And
Shut
again,
the hell up.
Cowboys with not one, but 2 first-round picks to use today.
They're going to get 2 wide receivers.
At least as of today. Or as of this morning, they've got 2. So we'll see if they keep 2. But right now, that's that seems to be the game plan. One guy that won't be in attendance for day 3 of the NFL Draft on Saturday is Mike Vrabel.
He's going to be busy.
What's going on with him now?
Now, he is going to be busy seeking counseling.
Counseling, you say?
Counseling.
Well, is he seeking or is it being forced upon him?
Yeah, is it mandated?
I think it is. And he said, as I said the other day, I promised my family, the organization, and this team that I was going to give them the best version of me that I can possibly give them. In order to do so, I've committed to seeking counseling starting this weekend. This is something I've given a lot of thought to, and it's something I would advise a player to do if I was counseling them. I've always wanted to lead by example, and I believe this is what I have to do to be the best husband, father, and coach that I can possibly be. It's not an easy thing for me to admit, but it's one that I know will make me a better person. I appreciate the support that everyone has given me and promise a stronger resolve as a result. I mean, there is... So apparently he's going to do family counseling with his wife and his 2 kids.
Uh-huh.
There is no more way of saying I banged Diana Rossini than saying I'm going. The only way you could be more obvious, would be to say, listen, we did it. We did lots of dirty, filthy things.
Yeah.
If you say, okay, well, you can't say it like that, but we have to let everyone know without doubt that you banged her, but you don't have to say you banged her. How are you going to do it? I'm going to family counseling to become a better husband.
On the Saturday of the draft.
Yeah. Oh.
Well,
okay.
Well,
meanwhile, Diana Rossini's like, really? You're skipping out on work for that?
Keep in mind, he had to call his boss. He had to call Bob Kraft and go, you know what, on that Saturday's draft, the CYA action, I ain't going to be there.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all are going to have to handle this one yourself. I know this.
So now what? Like, Diana Rossini, who denied this thing, and she has not publicly come out and admit it.
Well, we all know.
She didn't. Now, this is, I think, why she left her job, because, Vrabel said, I'm not going to say we did it, but I'm going to say this. And she said, that's basically saying we did it.
Well, I think you don't leave your job if you're not guilty.
I just don't. I think it's distracting. Okay. Yeah. So you're just gonna just roll over, huh?
He rolled over because he's got something to save. She doesn't like her husband. He's trying to stay married.
Yeah, I think that's the well. I don't know how. I don't know when Mike Vrabel got married, but
it's cheaper to keep her.
I wonder what the prenup looks like.
Well, I imagine if I was marrying Diana Rossini, there'd be a prenup, given the history. And
I do think, though, typically prenups, if there is proof of infidelity, they usually get voided.
Well, depending on what's in the prenup.
Right. But I would guess that any gal who was marrying an NFL player would probably be smart enough to,
like Taylor Swift,
make sure there was there's something there for that one.
I have billions. Well, you have millions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You just agreed to it. If we break up, this is how much you're getting, period.
Yeah.
That's all.
And Bob Renfro says Bob Kraft knows better. He understands.
That's what I'm saying. He's like, yeah, I get you, boss. Go ahead and do what you got to do.
Yeah, no, I've been there.
Yeah, he was.
And while you're at your family counseling, don't take a break and find out what a shower table is, whatever the hell
everything was on the up and up. Yeah. This was a real massage. Also, I'll be going to counseling from now. But I thought you said it was legit. What's going on here? Why are you going to counseling? That's unrelated. I don't want to talk. It's a private matter.
Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here. I'm not admitting guilt. I'm just telling you I'm seeking counseling so I can become a better husband.
That's the nolo contendere.
I didn't
do it, but I'm not going to do it again.
Yes. Whatever you think I did.
I didn't do that, but I promise you I'm not going to do that again.
I'm not saying I did it. But what I'm saying is,
I won't do it again.
I'll take the punishment for it, and it's never going to happen again. Ever. Yeah. But the idea, you couldn't have done that on, I don't know, Monday? Coach, this is kind of like, it's a big day.
I start when the program starts. And my wife says it starts on Saturday.
Okay.
Yes, that's where I'm going to be.
No, Mama said it's Saturday. We going on Saturday.
I'm going to be there on Saturday. And guess where I'm going to be Saturday afternoon? I'm going to be at Bed Bath & Beyond. You know what I'm going to be doing Saturday night? I'm going to be eating little tiny sandwiches with like cucumber stuff on it. I'm going to be doing that on Saturday. Sunday, guess what I'm doing on Sunday? I'm going to church. I'm going to be at church.
All day, too.
I'm going to see the deacons. I'm going to hang out all day.
And then I've decided that I'm going to start dating my wife again.
Yeah, I'm
going to take her out Sunday night.
We have date night.
We're going to Nobu. It's going to be a big one.
We are learning to speak our truth.
Yes.
And we speak our truth to each other every 30 minutes, whatever that truth may be.
Yes.
We compliment the good stuff.
And we got to go to sushi because I don't want her to have a knife. At the steakhouse, they'll give her a knife. We don't like to have her.
Be sharp too.
Right now, we don't like to have her around knives.
So we're going to
for
go
the foreseeable future.
Finger sandwiches and soup.
That's right. Yes, only
something
spoon.
like that.
With grilled cheese
and soup.
Only spoon products,
some
please.
sort of weird girly frilly drinks. So yeah, I'm committed here, boss.
Yep.
I'll see you on Monday.
All right. The NFL is kind of taking the headlines tonight, but the basketball is still going strong. And this is the time of year where, like it's award ceremonies. They're trying to be as much as talked about as they possibly can. And Adam Silver came out and just kind of under the cover of darkness talked about the league's commitment to Memphis.
And what is this commitment?
He said Memphis has been a great market historically for the NBA. There's amazing history in that city and amazing culture.
Yeah.
There's no reason why Memphis can't be successful.
But
also, I would like to see the Grizzlies play some games in Nashville. Nashville's a city on the rise. There's incredible things happening there. If it were up to me, I'd love for them to play a few games a year in Nashville.
See, they're going to use San Antonio as the example. Look what San Antonio's doing.
And sort of be Tennessee's team to the extent that they can.
Dude, they are going to lose their franchise.
They are going to lose their franchise.
Is all but gone. Oh, it's all but gone.
Where's
man.
it going to go?
Nashville.
Oh.
Yeah, but we're just saying that there's a lot more money.
Yeah.
And a lot more interest there than Memphis, which is true. They never really have adopted that franchise. And keep in mind where Memphis was before this. They were in Vancouver. They're a gypsy franchise. They've never been truly loved. Now they have bandwagon fans in Memphis. I saw them, but they're not part of the fabric of that community. They're only professional team, and they fall back on that. But I would say if you walked up to the average Memphis fan and go, I can give you season tickets to the Memphis Tigers basketball, or a half season to the Grizzlies, they're going to go see Memphis Tiger basketball. That's who they are.
Yeah.
And it's just been a matter of time, and it's been a money loss, and especially now that they know there's been a lot of chase for these new franchises, and they can kill two birds with one stone, put a team in Seattle where it belongs, put a team in Vegas where it belongs, and they don't have to get another franchise. They can just put one in Nashville where it quite frankly belongs.
The Grizzlies' current lease at the FedEx Forum expires in 2029. The team has been in talks with the city about extending the lease, but a $550 million renovation of the arena is in the planning stages with city, state, and private funds involved. If that doesn't get done...
Well, that's going to be... think about the different entities that you're trying to bring together to build a 500... They don't have the money. This is... Look out, Memphis fan.
Listen,
look out! It's happening.
For those who haven't been to these two cities, the socioeconomic gap between the people who live in Nashville, and not that both towns don't have a wealthy and a poverty line, but the saturation of those two polar opposites is there's a much greater amount of wealth in Nashville,
I bet double.
And much less poverty. Memphis is it's a very poor city.
Yeah, it's a blue collar town.
And if they for a team that if you're going to survive in a city like that, quite frankly, San Antonio is kind of like that.
There was a lot of doubt. I mean, we had to prove the commitment from the ABA years,
and they did.
Yes,
San Antonio has proven. Memphis just hasn't done that. No. And if Memphis were, if the Spurs fans were like Memphis fans, the Spurs would be in Austin. There's no doubt in my mind. And that's essentially what this is, except without people up in arms about maybe losing the Grizzlies. Here, there were people like, What are you talking about?
Yeah, we know what we got, and we ain't losing it.
Yeah,
don't try this on
Whereas
us.
at Memphis, they're like, all right, fine.
And
pack your
Silver's going to
things.
be able to turn to Memphis and go, no, looks fine. Look what's going on in San Antonio. They're fine. No.
Pack yo ish.
No, we're not fine with this.
Yeah.
And it is contractually, like, if you decide to move to Austin, the bitter pill that the franchise would have to eat, I'm finally comfortable with. All right, you can leave. It's going to cost you $200 million, but you can leave. So Memphis doesn't have that.
No.
So it's over, guys. You're the Grizzlies. If you want to see them in 2030, you're gonna have to drive to Nashville.
It's going to be a road, about 3 hour, 4 hour.
Is that how far it is?
Yeah, it's about that. It's like driving, almost like driving to Dallas.
Yeah. It's too bad because they got their shot, but it because Nashville's not going to get the new franchise. You knew the moment they said, "Oh yeah, it's Seattle and Vegas." Memphis fans should have puckered right then because we're not going to get to keep them. Yeah.
All right. We got to get it. We've talked way too much sports today, guys. Way too much.
I know. What happened?
Well, it's a huddle. I mean, we are huddled up.
I know we are huddled up, but what would Dave Grohl do? Would he talk sports all day, or would he tell you about other stuff going on in the world?
He would probably write a poem and go cheat on his wife.
I'll work on that. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like they've picked up that debris on 281 southbound at Bassey. Was taking up a couple of center lanes. Now all completely clear. Road work continues on 410 westbound right as you approach Harry Wurzbach. We've got the roadway reduced to one lane, and it's got you slow from Randolph Boulevard. I-10 westbound 410, that stalls off to the shoulder, and another stall 410 eastbound Evers, right shoulder blocked. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Taco Bell turned Diablo sauce into a dust, and they're dusting the new Diablo dusted crispy chicken nuggets in it. A brand new classic, only at Taco Bell. At participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time and while supplies last.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Jessica, what's on your mind?
Hey, CBD is good stuff, man. I'm chiefing all the time. They call me chief because I'm smoking so much. Like a choo-choo train.
Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Jessica, Chief Choo-Choo.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show, Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Trying to keep up with today's fast-changing digital landscape? With more ways to consume content than ever before, it is getting harder to reach your customers. You need more than just a presence. You need the experts at Conrex Digital. We craft websites that convert. We curate engaging content on social and block channels. We generate quality leads through Google and Meta. We dominate your competition on streaming TV. Bold marketing, real results. Conrex Digital makes it happen. Visit conrexdigital.com. That's conrexdigital.com.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio and have been practicing law here since 1994. And in the past 30-plus years, I've helped hundreds of San Antonians injured by negligent drivers. If you've been injured in a car-truck collision, call me, 210-900-0400. I did want to let you know of a very disturbing trend I've seen that you really need to be aware of. If an attorney or someone acting on that attorney's behalf calls you after a traffic collision, with very limited exceptions, that is called barratry or solicitation. It's a crime and is unethical under our state bar rules. Do not answer these phone calls. Do not hire an unethical attorney. Neither I nor anyone in my firm will ever call you after a traffic collision. If you need my help, and if you've been injured in a traffic collision, I think you do, you'll need to call me. My name is Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400, or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Harry Douglas here. Let me ask you something. What if you can enjoy the taste of a cocktail, the warmth of a spirit, and still stay fully in control? That's RK Zero Proof, a pioneer in the alcohol-free spirits category. RK delivers bold flavor and a real warming sensation with zero alcohol, zero sugar, zero carbs, and 0 calories. Perfect for nights out, social gatherings, or anytime you want the experience of a drink without sacrificing tomorrow. Check it out at rkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK, all the flavor, none of the alcohol.
Evan Cohen here. Did you know the average employer sorts through about 250 resumes for one job opening? That's a lot of time reviewing applications. Well, if you're hiring, here's good news. You can now review resumes and applications faster thanks to ZipRecruiter. With ZipRecruiter's new feature, qualified candidates who are very interested in your job show up at the top of your list. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site based on G2. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
Smalls here. If you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds can turn into sinus infections that last weeks, ruining your perfect vacation getaway. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and a pharmacy, it's stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy at home. It includes prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Pak to treat a wide range of illnesses. So if you wake up sick, at home, or on the road, you have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, and no pharmacy lines. Also, no copays. Match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor. Start meds sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs a medical emergency kit, so order yours online in minutes. It's shipped right to your door. Save $45 with my promo code SMALLS at urgentcarekit.com/smalls. That's promo code SMALLS at urgentcarekit.com/smalls. Prescription required. Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Oh, yeah.
Forgive us if this goes astray.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah. Someone said that Dave Grohl's one of the only singers I do well.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. You do.
Maybe they've never heard me do my share.
Oh, no, your share's good.
Someone took the time to type that.
I know.
I'm glad that they recognize greatness when they hear
If I
it.
could turn back time.
But see, when you do that, you bring this on.
That's right.
Yeah.
People, I got you to walk with me.
See, this is your fault, whoever that was.
I got you to kiss goodnight.
Whoever typed that.
I've got you to hold me tight.
It's like maybe a blanket party's in order for this dude.
Everybody knows.
You brought this on.
Cher is my best. She's my best gal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. There it is.
Yeah, see?
I was looking
Vic,
for
you're
it.
an enabler. You're an enabler.
I have all kinds of music in
Yeah,
here, man.
you got all kinds of music.
Charm. Cher's the... I take back what I said. You'd stay.
I like it when she starts headed toward that goat range.
I know. Cher's one of those ones that, like, I can't believe how famous she got.
I appreciate the talent. I'm all about it.
It's all Sonny's fault.
But
they were a good pair.
She lives off the fluids of younger men. She's like a vampire.
I think so.
She extracts their youth.
Yeah, through stem cells.
Whatever it is.
Or whether she sucks them out.
Those guys go in one way and come out another.
Tell them, Cher.
She's worth upwards of $400 million.
That is not surprising.
Good for her.
How old is she? 81?
Let's see here.
I think she's at 79.
She's 274 years old.
I knew it. See?
She's 79 years old.
Jeez. Does she collect Social Security? I don't need it, but I'll collect it.
From all those young dudes she has planted in the backyard.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Who do you think, if you were to take a wild guess, who do you think would be the most streamed artist of all time?
Most so that have to have been around since the beginnings. Madonna?
Is not.
No.
Streamed? Streamed.
Streamed.
Eminem.
Oh no, what's her name? Swifty.
Taylor
Yeah,
Swift,
yeah.
number
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
Taylor Swift. Who do you think number 2 is?
So it's probably the way you said it.
Okay,
It's going to be a surprise.
And now I'll give you a hint.
The Beebs?
Like
is it like BTS, some kind of Korean band?
It's not. It's not
some
Korean.
Asian.
It's not. It's nothing to do with Asians.
Okay, then
BTS is in the top 20, but they are not not number 2.
Gangnam Style.
If I said, okay, Mr. President, we have bad news. We're going to give you the list of the most streamed artists of all time. Number 1 is Taylor Swift, and the President of the United States goes, "Ugh, what could be the worst thing you could tell the President on who number 2 is? What do you think would piss him off the most?"
The Iceman Drake.
He's number 3.
Okay.
Drake is number 3. Bad Bunny is number 2.
Yeah.
Bunny.
That's pretty crazy considering he's only been around for about 4 or 5 years, and he's already there.
Bad Bunny has been the most streamed artist of the year this year. After last year was Taylor Swift, this year is Bad Bunny.
I bet there was a huge bump right about Super Bowl. Well, no, when he was announced as the Super Bowl guy, there was a lot of coverage, I bet.
Drake is their 3rd most streamed artist of all time, followed by The Weeknd.
The Weeknd, really?
Ariana Grande, Ed Sheeran, Justin Bieber, Billie Eilish, Eminem.
Wow. Okay, old head right there.
Kanye West, Travis Scott, BTS, Post Malone, Bruno Mars, J Balvin, Rihanna, Coldplay, Kendrick Lamar, Future, and Juice WRLD. That is the yeah.
Well, they had that tour last year, right?
The most streamed album of all time.
I would have thought. I mean, you always want to say like Thriller or Michael Jackson, but I don't know. But that's old.
Bad Bunny, Un Verano Sin Ti.
Is that the latest one, or is that?
I don't know. Can you check a date for or which if that's the album that you know of, Vic? Like that's like his big album. Number 2 is Starboy by The Weeknd. Ed Sheeran's Divide Sign is number 3. Olivia Rodrigo's Sour is 4, and The Weeknd's After Hours. So The Weeknd has 2.
Weeknd
number 5
was huge. 4 years ago?
And the most streamed songs of all time. What do you think?
See, I'm so old. What's the biggest Swiftie song would be one, I would assume.
Taylor Swift is...
So she's most streamed, but she doesn't own the most streamed
She
song.
doesn't have the most streamed song. In fact, Taylor Swift doesn't even have she didn't make the top 20 on most streamed songs.
Crazy. But is it Bad Bunny again with the...
No, it's
Dre.
The Weeknd's Blinding Lights.
Wow.
Was the most streamed song of all time. Ed Sheeran's Shape of You.
Yeah, well.
Oh, I like that song.
Sweater Weather by The Neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
The Weeknd featuring Daft Punk, Starboy.
That's that Super Bowl year, yeah.
And Harry Styles, As It Was, is it rounds out number 5.
You hear that, and if you're a musician, I'm sure it sounds great that you're getting streamed like this, but are you getting paid appropriately the way you would be if it was just radio play?
Oh, no, I mean, obviously the dynamics change, and it's artists now have to rely a lot more on YouTube ads and things like that.
So they're getting paid, but not by the label. But
yeah,
by
you're not getting paid for every record sold, but them's the breaks.
So you could make as much money if you just sold a fewer records, but you got the profits.
Yeah,
from that. I find it interesting that it's all really one particular genre. I mean, it's a lot of the urban contemporary music.
Yeah.
And
they get about $3 to $5 per 1,000 streams.
So yeah, and when you're getting up into the millions, but I know,
it adds up fast.
Yeah, it does. But that's about the average.
Like, what's the when we say stream? Like, how many streams do they get? I mean, think about
through Apple Music
so
is different, Spotify's different.
Yeah,
YouTube Music is different.
So just looking at Spotify, streaming accounts for most of the money generated by the music industry. 82% in the United States of the money is generated by streaming. Mm-hmm. Spotify accounts for over 31% of the total market share. There are 751 million users
of Spotify alone.
Yep.
Wow.
And 290 million subscribers to Spotify.
So we're chasing subscribers, though.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, but
I guess if you just go to YouTube, spots.
Yeah.
You're getting the spot. So actually, that's better for the musician for it to be
exactly. So there you go. There's your your most streamed artist, the first time they've ever put out this
For
list.
a guy that started out going to head toward the music business in the early 2000s, what was it like then? I mean, is it better to be a musician now or then?
Then I think so. Yeah, I think so. Although, I mean, it also depends on, like, did you sign a bad deal with your record company?
Which seems like everybody
too
did
high
at
of a
that time.
percentage. Yeah.
And maybe can you now circumvent that with just put together a video and start streaming? You don't have to deal with a record company.
I think a lot of people do. They self-publish, things like that. Yeah, it's much more common, and a lot of it now is a lot of these guys who came up in the music industry will now take young talent under their wings and say, I got jobbed by, these.
Right.
I'm going to take way less than you, and I'm going to make sure you're taken care of. And those young artists are much more likely to trust someone who's been, who's been through what they're going through. So, all right, I wanted to get to this other story. I guess we'll save it for a little. Well, you know what? Coming up next. There we go. Coming up, you like that, Vic? Coming up next.
Radio 101. That's what Dave Grohl would do.
I've got an Ohio pastor pedophile.
Another one?
Another one. But also, I've got a pedophile maybe you didn't see coming today. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1.
Let's be honest. Watching the Rangers is better when you got something on the line. On Rangers game days, call your shot with the Morning Huddles. Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Play ball! Pick the Ranger you think will send one into the seats. He hits one, you're going to a Rangers game. He hits two, now you've just been upgraded. Tickets and a hotel stay. That's what we call getting paid. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Make your pick and win with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
San Antonio, this Saturday, April 25th at 4 p.m., the Gunslingers are back at Freeman Coliseum for an explosive home showdown. We're welcoming the Northern Arizona Wranglers to town, and it's our retro 70s throwback game. Get ready to groove as we crank up the disco vibes. The first 1,000 fans through the door get a free far-out 70s explosion wig in red, white, or blue. Big hits, big hair, and nonstop action. Don't miss it. Gunslingers versus the Wranglers this Saturday, 4 p.m. at Freeman Coliseum. Tickets at sagunslingers.com or the box office.
Hey golfers, you could win a set of custom golf clubs from Flight by Yingling. Thank you to everyone who played in the sold-out 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Spring Golf Tournament presented by Flight by Yingling. Now, imagine hitting the course with a set of custom clubs valued at $2,800 with a cold flight, 2.6 carbs, and 95 calories. Enter now at yingling.com/golf. No purchase necessary. Must be 21 or older. Flight by Yingling. Enjoy responsibly. DG Yingling & Sons, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
San Antonio, there is a new place to watch the NBA playoffs, Novo Brewery. Over 80 feet of massive video walls, cold craft beer, and a full bar. Novo Brewery attached to North Star Mall with juicy, thick-cut ribeyes, Brazilian empanadas, stacked burgers, and more. Visit NovoBrew.com.
We all know winning means showing up stronger, faster, better than before. And when you're chasing that edge, the Drop by GNC cuts through the noise, bringing you the best new innovations in sports nutrition and performance. From muscle building and strength support to improved recovery and focus, we curate the newest drops from GNC Amp, Pro Performance, and Mega Min. Plus, Ghost, Raw Nutrition, Bucked Up, and the top new brands changing the game. No guesswork, just leveling up. Check out the Drop by GNC for what's new, what works, and what's next.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Big color, bigger savings. Sherwin-Williams Super Sale is here. Get 40% off paints and stains April 24th through the 27th with prices starting at $30.89. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Hey everybody, Joe Reinagle here for Window Nation. You know, spring is a great time to open your windows and wait, your windows won't open? They leak? They're cracked? They need repainting again? You know, getting top quality custom fit windows from Window Nation is easy and affordable. During the More You Buy, the More You Save sale, you could save up to 50% off. Plus, you could get them with 0% interest for 5 years. During uncertain times, one of the best investments you can make is in your home. So visit windownation.com now to book a consultation.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, we are live at Taste of the North Side at the Rock at La Cantera.
It's the best Fiesta event to keep an eye on. Wemby Watch, the latest on Vic. We'll have it for you.
Yeah, we'll be thinking about Wemby's dome. Plus, we'll be thinking about the first round of the NFL draft.
All the latest rumors on The Blitz starting at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the NFL, it is indeed draft day. Round 1 goes off tonight. You can catch it live right here on San Antonio Sports Star starting at 6. The Cowboys have the 12th and the 20th pick. The Texans hold the 28th. Cowboys made news yesterday. Stephen Jones told everybody they're not negotiating with George Pickens. He's playing under the franchise tag. Your Texas Rangers, well, they fell to the Pirates 8-4.
This is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Aggies, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I hate this song, actually.
This guy, I didn't realize it was so big.
I know.
Yeah. So the more you hate it, the better it is.
Well, I guess I should have known when he got the Super Bowl that it was bigger than I thought.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it was all-time stream version.
All right. I got a couple pedo stories. One is a pastor, so that's not surprising at all. Silas Shelton, an Ohio pastor, has pleaded guilty to multiple counts of child sex crimes after his arrest. He served as the pastor of Blanchester Community Church in Wilmington, and he was charged with rape, sexual battery, unlawful sexual conduct with a minor, and gross sexual imposition.
Well, that's all of them.
Jeez.
He got every one of them.
Right.
On April 20th, he withdrew his not guilty plea and pleaded guilty to 3 felony counts of unlawful sexual conduct with a minor and 1 misdemeanor count of menacing by stalking, because apparently that was better. So he is going to get 1 to 5 years behind bars for each felony count and 180 days for the misdemeanor, and he will have to register as a sex offender for the next 25 years after he gets out.
I understand he's going to be treated very well in the prison.
I would imagine so.
He's going to get special quarters.
I would imagine so. I feel like there's certain jobs where if you do these jobs and you get caught doing this, it should be way harsher penalties.
Yes.
Teachers, karate coaches,
any kind of coach.
Any kind of coach, teacher, pastor, those are the ones.
Special circumstances.
Cop.
Yeah, special circumstances, man. We hold you to a higher standard. And since you did this, you're going to be paying a higher price.
Now, this is a headline you don't read very often. Russell Brand.
Oh, yeah. And he admitted, dude, it's a different country, right?
Russell Brand admits to sleeping with a 16-year-old, but denies any wrongdoing. That is the headline.
She looked 18.
Russell Brand admits to sleeping with 16-year-old girl, but denies any wrongdoing. He's been charged with rape and sexual assault involving 4 women, allegations he's pleaded not guilty to, as he says that, this was not an unwanted thing.
Yeah, it was
He said
sinning adults.
Russell Brand went on the Megyn Kelly show yesterday. And this is a guy has been a very high profile life. He's had multiple marriages, multiple sexual misconduct allegations.
He's a bit of MAGA too. He's a little on the redhead side.
Yeah. But during the appearance, he said, "I did sleep with a 16-year-old when I was 30." He says, but the counter was consensual and legal. In Europe and in the UK, where I'm from, the age of consent is 16. But that's so technically you're good, but it's still kind of, if you're being accused of
it's icky, but it's legal.
But if you're being accused of misconduct, it's one of those things like maybe you keep that one in your pocket. Don't say that out loud on the Megyn Kelly show.
Well, I mean, if you're just trying to stay out of prison, which is all he's trying to do by the law, he didn't break the law. Is it icky? Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You can admit to it, but I think his motivation, he's not worried about the ick. He's just trying to stay out behind bars. He's just trying to stay out of prison. I'll deal with the ramifications. But, dude, you're canceled. You're over. Thanks for playing, Russell Brand.
Elsewhere, Sydney Sweeney, who we've talked about this week.
She's legal.
She's of legal age, correct. We talked about her because I watched her movie the other night. The what was it called? The Housemaid. Very good. Lots of booby. Mm-hmm. And she was also in the news recently for dressing up like a baby in Euphoria. Wearing a diaper. Well, now she will not be appearing in The Devils Wear Prada 2, despite previously being photographed on set alongside Meryl Streep and Anne Hathaway. The word was she was going to have a cameo appearance.
Oh, okay.
But they're saying they thought maybe they were going to bring her in, and now she was going to be herself, like she was going to play herself, working alongside Emily Charlton, who's Emily Blunt's character in the show. And it says this comes after fans have labeled Sydney's hit show a disaster.
Euphoria, a disaster?
Euphoria, yeah.
Why is it a disaster?
Mostly because of the most recent controversy about it. So they've basically just decided to cut it altogether. Now, Sydney Sweeney's been kind of a controversial figure, not because of anything she did, but like remember the Good Genes commercial where everybody's like, "Oh, I know what they mean by that. And I know exactly what they mean." Mm-hmm. The public thought that was like a Nazi dog whistle, basically, and which I don't know that Sydney Sweeney was thinking of it that way.
I guarantee you she wasn't.
But there are still people who accuse her of that. So basically, the Devil Wears Prada 2 people wanted to make the movie less controversial, so they cut her out.
What's the other girl that's in Euphoria? Another famous one. One that was in Dune, right?
Yes. Yeah, I don't know her.
Zendaya?
Yes, that's her name.
Yeah.
Zendaya. But yeah, they decided to pull her cameo out, which is disappointing. And I mean, if she was going to be naked in it, especially disappointing.
I don't understand any of this. I don't care. Why would you cut her out? She's a star. You'd think that would be one more reason to buy a ticket to go see this movie.
You think? Okay. This is going to sound silly. Like, how hot do you think Sydney Sweeney is?
I don't know. Like, give me a scale.
Like 1 to 10.
She's a solid 9, 8.5, 9.
What part of her makes you not say 10?
I don't know anything about Upstairs. I mean,
the face is for me.
She's not unattractive.
She's not unattractive.
She's actually pretty, but she's
not gorgeous.
No, she's not like classically gorgeous. But
she's
well built.
She's extreme. I mean, that's where 85% of her battle is won from the neck down.
She's a good-looking pickup.
That's what I'm saying.
Well built, solid, Detroit steel going on.
There's some gals go directly to a 9.
Yeah, just smoke show from get-go.
Yeah. Scarlett Johansson's a good example of this. Like Scarlett Johansson could have Vic's head and she'd be a 9.
Right.
Like that's how good the rest of her looks. Mm-hmm. I feel like Sydney Sweeney falls into that category.
Yeah, but she's on the upper edge of that category.
It's not bad. It's just not.
Well, it's really good. It's just not great.
It's not what I'm coming after.
Right. Well, considering this place that she holds in the American, levels of beauty, she's up at the very high upper echelon, but she's just not top of the line.
And I greatly value the pretty face.
Absolute smoke show, though. I'm not taking anything away from Sydney Sweeney.
Manuel says AJ's seen The Housemaid 5 times now.
Yeah.
I only saw it once. But
is it straight on boob or side boob?
It's mostly side boob. Yeah, it's not like Euphoria. You get the whole package, but yeah, in the Housemaid, it's mostly just like.
And if I was a younger man, I might watch more of that Euphoria. I just can't put up with all the crap in between the boobs.
Yeah.
It's just,
I get what you're saying.
Just pops and buzzes to me.
Typically, if I'm watching TV that's not sports related, I'm watching it with my wife, and I don't think she wants to watch me watch Euphoria.
No.
You know, which I, you know.
Well, no.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Now, maybe my wife would be like, "Oh,
maybe you might want to try.
Sydney Sweeney's hot. We should invite her into the bedroom to see how."
See that diaper she's got on.
Yeah,
there?
actually, I don't think my wife would ever.
I'm waiting for that.
I'm pretty sure she would never ever say that. And now that I think about it, I don't think my wife would ever say those words to me.
What? Put on a diaper?
Bring Sydney Sweeney into our bedroom.
Oh yeah, or bring a woman to the bedroom. I'm so waiting for that.
If she is, she better be cleaning up.
Yeah, I've been trying for that to happen. We tried tequila, bourbon, rum, nothing yet.
And she just wants another dude in there with you guys.
Yeah, she wants another guy.
You better be there to fix the curtains.
El chingón.
Yeah, you can come in.
I'm el chingón, a ver.
Have to fix the lights.
Vic, he's like, he'll walk in and he'll look at Vic and go, "Siéntate."
Yeah. What was the dude from Diddy? The
in
Punisher?
In the corner.
Oh yeah,
Bring in
the Punisher.
Bring in the Punisher.
Call in the Gimp.
The long arm of the law. All right, we got one segment left, guys. We are gonna wrap it up the way we always do by listening to the Daily Lines. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Some people reach a line and stop. Some hit a wall and turn around. Then there are the ones who cross the line, climb the wall, face obstacles, and turn them to their advantage. That's where we come in. We're the Next Rodeo. We design bold marketing that drives real growth. A creative partner for businesses ready to push forward beyond what's expected. The Next Rodeo. Learn more at thenextrodeo.com.
Attention coaches, educators, and booster clubs. Need a fundraiser that's different from the rest? With Gardenville, supporters purchase something they already need. High quality, locally sourced mulch and compost. Your organization earns money on every sale. Real products, real value, with support from Gardenville to keep it simple. Ready to grow your fundraiser? Visit garden-ville.com/fundraising. That's garden-ville.com/fundraising.
Big color, bigger savings. Sherwin-Williams Super Sale is here. Get 40% off paints and stains April 24th through the 27th with prices starting at $30.89. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates. Northbrook, Illinois.
Legendary doesn't happen by chance. It happens because it's what BetMGM does. Sign up for BetMGM using bonus code KOSTOS, KOSTOS, and you could receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if you don't win your first bet. Get into hockey, basketball, and more of your favorite sports with same-game parlays, live betting, and more. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. Must be 21 years of age or older. This specific promotional offer is not available in Michigan, Mississippi, New Jersey, New York, Nevada, Ontario, Pennsylvania, Puerto Rico, or West Virginia. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MY-RESET. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. First bet offer for new customers only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards or non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Woo! This is one of those songs where it goes back and forth into right ear, left ear.
That was when
quadraphonic sound came on.
Play some Foghat, baby. Listen to my left rear speaker.
Yeah.
Here you go, Rob.
With my Rockford Fosgate amp.
Pass it around. Hurry up.
Yeah, this would have been me in the 70s. I would have just rode around playing Foghat.
Smoking swag.
Yeah.
Seeds and stems.
Brick.
Like my stepdad, who's like, I can't handle that good weed.
That stuff's too strong.
I mean, when you're a kid, you don't know any better.
Nah, it's just...
That's
just
all
weed,
had.
yeah.
Just
You
weed.
got what you got.
You
got what you got, man.
When the seeds popped.
Oh, maybe
Hey.
maybe that's letting out more fumes. It's awesome, man.
You saved those to smoke them when you ran out of the other stuff.
Yeah. All right. Our final segment of the day, the Blitz coming up at 2 o'clock.
They're live from the Taste of the North Side. Too.
Oh,
Taste
of the North Side.
Hope they have time to talk between the champagne
Joe
flutes and caviar.
Nagel, Jason Minix are both at the Taste of the North Side. What's your favorite bite of the day?
The golden
Jason
taco.
Minix?
No, I prefer the golden taco.
I want a beef Wellington on a stick.
On a stick.
With some caviar instead of a jalapeno.
And some truffle shavings.
It's at the Rock, too.
And some truffles. Thank you.
I'll be having beef tartare.
You know,
I'm not gonna knock it. The food there is so good.
Oh, I know, right?
If anything, I'm just jealous.
Nom, 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 nom.
Take our type up there.
If anything, I'm just jealous. Yeah. Hey, before I got one more kind of Hollywood-related story. Mm-hmm. Did you guys ever watch Storage Wars?
Oh, yeah. What's his name? I saw that yesterday.
Daryl
Sheets.
The guy.
So these are the dudes that would bid on a closed storage.
Yeah.
So I watched that a lot.
Daryl was the big guy he wore tank tops all the time.
He's known as the gambler.
Yeah. And he killed himself yesterday, apparently.
Yeah, man.
Terrible news. Upon arrival, officers located a male subject who suffered from what appeared to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head.
So there was nothing behind door number 3 then, huh?
67 years old, lives in Lake Havasu City, and unfortunately, he will no longer be bidding on storage units.
Nope.
Very, very, very sad story.
So I guess periodically they come on very valuable things. That's why you do this?
Yeah. I'd be interested in doing it, I think.
Yeah, you'll run into an art collection.
You
some
would
gold.
love this because you like to keep
well,
things.
I have 3 right now. We have 3 different
storage lockers.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ever worried? Like, do you have an auto pay set?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, that's the move. Yeah.
One has like outside decorations. Another one has like old housing stuff. So there's reasons to go, but I haven't been to all of them.
But do you have one that's got your valuables in it?
No, I don't have anything valuable. Everything.
Yep.
I got nothing.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's do the daily lines.
Is that what that guy said?
It's the
No,
Morning
that's what another guy
Huddle's
said.
look at the daily lines
that was
with
David.
AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
That was Dave that did that.
Yeah,
Yep.
Dave. Yup.
I like Brandy.
Oh, yeah. She's your style for sure. I can't believe that Brandy was with that dude.
I know, right?
Such a loser.
Criminal.
Oh, man.
You're a real criminal. Yeah,
he doesn't deserve her. All right, NBA tonight. Knicks and the Hawks. Knicks 1.5-point favorites on the road.
Oh.
I'm staying clear away from this game.
I'd go money line, take them Hawks, maybe.
You like the Hawks?
Yes. They're at home. They're running fast.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the Knicks blow in that last one. I think they're going to come out serious.
They're tougher, but I do still think that Atlanta, if they, of all the teams, all they got to do is play their game, and I think they can beat the Knicks.
The Toronto Raptors now down to 2.5-point favorites, or 2.5-point underdogs, at home against Cleveland. I'm going to play the Raptors on the money line tonight. Give me Raptors plus 130. I think they steal one here. They probably lose in they probably lose the series in 5.
This might be the only game they win from here on out, but they might get this one.
I think they get this one. And this is my favorite play today. The Nuggets are minus 2.5 at the Timberwolves. I can't picture a world where the Nuggets lose this game. The fact that they lost that game, they had a huge lead in game 1. Now it's a 1-1 series. I mean, and mind you, that Nuggets, that was the first loss for the Nuggets in like 14 games. Mm-hmm. They'd been on a tear. You win 14 in a row, you lose one. Typically, you don't lose the next one.
They found the formula. Once they got healthy and Jamal started playing, I don't see any – they're going to have to stop Jamal Murray, and that so far hadn't worked.
Yep. So there you go. I'm going to go Nuggets minus 2.5 today as well. Major League Baseball. Oh, you know what?
Let's do it.
Let's forget about baseball. Oh, we got to do the double dong challenge. Yeah. So let's go caller number 5, 210-656-ESPN. We didn't have a winner yesterday. If your guy hits a home run, your Texas Ranger hits a home run, you get a free pair of tickets to a future Rangers game. If he hits multiple home runs, though, now you got upgraded seats and a hotel stay on us. So caller number 5, you can guess your Ranger today. Odds for the number 2 pick. I mentioned this earlier. Well, first of all, Fernando Mendoza, if you bet $20,000 that he's going to be the first pick, you'll win back $100.
Oh, man, I'm in.
$100. So just
actually, it's a guarantee.
It kind of is.
It literally is. You want to make $100 first, get $20,000.
Yeah, borrow $20,000.
But if you want to make $100, get $20,000, and by midnight you could have $100 more.
Can I borrow $19,800?
I've got a post-dated check for you.
Okay. The odds to be the number 2 pick. Your favorite now, David Bailey minus 135. Arvel Reese plus 105. Third pick, your favorite is Arvel Reese. Yeah. Fourth pick, the favorite is Jeremiah Love. And the 5th pick, the favorite is Sonny Styles. So the odds up and at 'em. You can guess, like, is a guy going to be a top 10 pick, yes or no? So, for instance, Ruben Bain. Is Ruben Bain going to be a top 10 pick?
I don't think so.
The yes is minus 135. The no is plus 110.
Yeah, okay.
So there's a handful of guys you can bet like that on. Will they go in the top 10? Guys like Sonny Styles is minus 3,000. You got to bet 3,000 to win 100.
Bet 3,000, he will.
Caleb Downs, the safety from Ohio State, minus 450.
So there's money to be made.
I think so too. Yeah, if you're willing to do a little gamble. So round 1 of the NFL draft tonight. We'll get through it, and obviously we'll know a little bit more tomorrow.
Do you think it's going to be busy? Think they're going to be remember we talked about it, shorter time. We're down to 8 minutes, right? Do you think that'll cause more activity or limit it because you just don't have a lot of time?
I think you probably see less action than you would normally see, just because it's 2 minutes less to try and make something happen.
After everything from Jerry over the last 24 hours, you think they make a move or they stand packed and take 2?
I'm not sure. I think if anything, I think they stand pack or they move back and get more. All right, we'll be all over the draft tomorrow. Jason and Joe coming up from Taste of the North Side at 2 o'clock. We will see you tomorrow, everybody. Have a good night.
This is the Morning Huddle with AJ